first to the stream. Skoil is third to the stream. Skoil is second to the stream. Thanks for the follow, Servbot Spy.
Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is absolutely fantastic. I myself am doing so great, trying to keep things together.
What?
Oh, I know, right? It's yeah. There were a few hiccups right there. Did not realize were going to happen. Very bizarre stuff. I had no idea that taking out a stick of RAM from my computer would cause so many weird things with OBS. Yeah, like my timer, the little timer at the top of the screen is counting down to when the stream's gonna start. Just didn't work. It's just like completely disconnected from the source it was supposed to be on. So like yeah, the whole countdown plugin was just like reset to default, so that was weird. Yeah, didn't expect that to happen when I pulled out a stick of RAM. But anyway, yeah, I'm hoping, everybody cross your fingers. I think I maybe found the culprit, and it was this guy right here. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. It has not been, my computer has not been on long enough to say one way or the other if this is actually going to be the culprit or not. I mean, I hope it is, but at the same time, I hope not. Because this right here, this is freaking 32 gig of RAM. 32 gig of RAM. And I'm going to be very sad if it's breaking, dying, dead. Who knows? But also at the same time, I'll be very happy if this actually solves the problem, because then I won't have to keep wondering why my computer keeps blue screening. So anyway, yeah, and I highly doubt it's still under warranty, which sucks, because there's no way I'm going to be able to afford to purchase another stick of RAM. So, oh well. We'll just we'll stick with what we got, and we'll cross our fingers. So if the stream dies though, if the stream goes down, it's probably because my computer decided to blue screen, and yeah, it's just been so much fun. But oh well, it is what it is. So anyway, yeah. So I took out the stick of RAM. Actually, I took out another stick of RAM first, because I had two sticks of RAM. Pulled out the first one, and my computer wouldn't even turn on. Like nothing. It would not post at all. So I was like, okay, maybe I took out the one good stick. So I put that one back in, and it did take a while, but it did start working again eventually. And so I ran a whole check on it. It was like an hour long, and it was like, there's no issue. So I'm like, we'll see what happens. So anyway, yeah, so everybody cross your fingers this was actually the problem, and if so, then hopefully that means that my computer issues will be solved, and there will never be another computer problem again in the world to come, ever. Never, ever anymore. None. Anyway, welcome everyone. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you had an absolutely fantastic weekend. Did anybody do anything fun, exciting? Would absolutely love to hear about it. Let's see here. Summer and Dev, congratulations on getting first. And it looks like Skoiled, congratulations on getting third and second. I love that it was done out of order, but welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. Let's see here. Blue screen of death time, indeed. Absolutely. How's it going? It is going absolutely fantastic. How you doing, Skoiled? How you doing? Just as a really quick note for anybody who wants to know, I don't think it's going to show up as being like a new redeem, because it's not technically a new redeem, but it is a restructured redeem. Yeah. I'll give you a hint. It has to do with one of the Chans Actually, technically,
Randev just
there we
summoned
go.
Moonshine.
There we go. Some Randev knows what's up. Look at that. We got ourselves a new design for the Moonchan. Scoiled has absolutely killed it with this one, and she looks absolutely fantastic. So, yeah. Beautiful work by our absolutely fantastic Scoiled. So thank you so much for the redesign. I almost feel like I need to make her pop a little bit more. I don't know. She doesn't seem like she's popping enough. She's kind of just I don't know. I'm still experimenting, all right? I'm still trying to make sure that we get all the animations and stuff like that in here correctly. But anyway, yeah, so beautiful stuff right there. I also decided, and you can tell me if this is too long or not, I decided instead of doing 30 seconds for the summons, I would do a minute. So let me know if that seems like it'd be too long. I don't know. I want you to feel like you're getting your points worth. So, yeah, so I upped them all to 60 seconds. And gooblers, exactly. Anyway, let's see here. How's it going? By walking, burn the traitor rat. We may have to burn it. If this is the traitor, maybe I'll have to film some kind of video of me just destroying it with a hammer. Or maybe I'll shoot it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Loki, good evening. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Let's see, Servbot over here on I almost had over here on Spy. That's just the rest of your name. Over here on Twitch, says, Ram on a stick. May grant a bonus turn or may skip your turn due to misinstallation. I think we may have to do that just in honor to honor this absolute monstrosity. It seems like every time I fix a computer problem though, like give it a week and there's something else going on. Oh well. You can tell by icon. Wait, really? I guess that's true. The icon would be different. I just wasn't sure if anybody would have been familiar enough with the icons to have recognized the difference. But I'm glad you did recognize it. I'm glad you did. Let's see here. We got the dance from Scoil. Anyway, 60 seconds VTube are hype. Awesome. Good. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about doing what you had done, Sumrandev, which was basically if someone summoned one of the, PNG tubers, that I would
summoned redemption.
Oh, there we go. She's not any different. She's the same, but she will be here for 60 seconds instead of the 30. Anyway, so I was kind of thinking about maybe doing something to like, kind of like how you did on your stream, where it's like if someone summoned the PNG tuber, that I would just remain this person until someone turned me back. But I think 60 seconds is good. I think that should be good. Let's see, over on YouTube, it's made by from the same makers of I Can't Believe It's Not Butter. I love it. Tilla over on YouTube says, hello, Tilla, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you had an absolutely fantastic weekend. Another 4:30 a.m. stream. Let's go. Lolly, I appreciate you being here. I am so very sorry that I'm streaming so early your time, but I hope that you had... Actually, I don't know. Did you sleep or are you just still awake from the previous day? Time to lease a computer. I might have to, because there's no way I'm going to be able to buy a new computer. So it may come down to I just have to lease it. Let's see, Dan says, a few years ago, I had a cheap Wi-Fi dongle on my previous PC that was causing it to blue screen. I switched to an Ethernet cable and it never blue screened again. So that's the worst part about it, is that it can cause so many problems, and it's like sometimes it can be just the smallest thing, and then you fix it, and just all of those problems, all those frustrations, those headaches, and just, it's all gone, just like that. So I guess we'll just cross our fingers. Cross our fingers that was the case. As much as it would pain me to lose 32 gig of RAM and a single stick, I'll take it if it means that my computer does not blue screen again, because oh my gosh. It's fine when it's working fine. Like there's a lot of times where like I'll literally go weeks without it blue screening, and then you'll get days like today where it blue screened 5 times over the course of about 10 minutes. And it was so frustrating. And that's when I finally was like, you know what, I'm just pulling this thing out. I'm going to see what happens. So, yeah, good times. Let's see. Merman says, what? No, are you streaming early? I don't think so. Nope, regular time. I think I did start like, well, okay, I was gonna start like 5 minutes early. And then I noticed that the timer on OBS was not working. So that was a dark time. Dark times indeed. Anyway, welcome. Glad to see you here. I'm sorry that you weren't ready though. I'm very sorry. Maybe in the future, wait. Anyway, 60 seconds is hype. Maybe in the future, you'd never get turned back. Chatterbox. I mean, I guess that is very possible. If I gave people the opportunity to turn off my webcam, I feel like I would just be... Should I make that a new redeem? Should I make that a redeem where you can just like disable my webcam for the rest of the stream? I can see that happening. I can see it happening. Anyway, speaking of redeems, there may or may not be a new redeem. I do not have it active as of right now, but that is because here is my plan. So give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. There's a new redeem that is brought to us by our absolutely fantastic, wonderful Loki Trickster. The reason why I do not have it active is because I want to give people a fighting chance, which is not necessarily, hey, be here within the first 2 seconds or else you're gonna miss out. But anyway, so yeah, so basically what this redeem is going to be is it is going to be not a chance, because right now the way the Steam keys are given away, that is a chance for you to I guess while we're on the topic, we're gonna come over here to the game key giveaways channel over here on the Discord. So for anybody I guess who is new here or not aware, we do have a Discord, and there is a spot right here where Loki posts every single week for a chance to be able to win a free Steam key. If you add a reaction to the latest post that is not currently crossed out, then you will be entered into a drawing to be able to win. Let's just grab this right here to be able to then win a free Steam key. Now this is not any Steam key. This is from a pre-selected list of Steam keys, but there's like 650 some odd Steam keys. So there's some really good ones in there. Anyway, so basically the way that this one works is you react to the post. Then on Sundays we spin the wheel. If your name gets picked, then basically what happens is you will then be able to look through the actual list of Steam keys that are available to choose from, and then you just say, hey Loki, this is the one I want, and then Loki sends you the key, and then there you go, you get that free Steam key. But this new redemption that we're going to be having, it can only be redeemed once per stream, so the first person to get it gets it, and then I've priced it to be about a week's worth of points. So let me know if that's seems a little bit too steep. We'll see. But anyway, so I added the limits just because I was like, I know there's some people with a lot of points on here, so I'm like, okay, we're gonna limit it to just one. But then I was also like, well, instead of having it be just anyone can redeem it at any point in time, I'm going to activate it randomly during the stream at some point in time. I will mention when I'm activating it so that you can be ready for it. But I will be like, hey, I'm going to be activating this, so make sure to get in here and spin the wheel. And then basically what is going to happen is when you get the redeem, which the redeem is going to be called win a random Steam key, and it'll kind of lay out that it's not any Steam key, it's you get the very specific Steam key. But this one you do not actually get to pick the Steam key. This one is going to be from a prize wheel with every single Steam key that is available on that list. So there's a lot of games right here, 650 some odd keys right here to be in fact. And so basically what would happen is whoever redeems it, I will spin the wheel for that person, and then the name will pop up, and then we'll be like, hey Loki, so-and-so gets that Steam key, and then we'll find some way, shape, or form to get you the key. I'm assuming most everyone who will redeem it is probably also going to be on the Discord.
Cameron Reap says, art, also 100.
Yes, absolutely, and that is absolutely crazy. But I'm going to give it I'm going to give you the time of day that you need. That's why I didn't want to stop right now, because I wanted to give you the proper amount of time. Anyway, yes, so yeah, so when I activate it, then you'll be able to, I'll spin the wheel for the specific person that redeemed it, and then, then you'll win whatever key that it lands on. So you're not getting the chance to choose a key, you're just getting a random one. So yeah. So we're still doing the giveaways as of normal. This is just a way for like people to be able to get more keys more often. So yeah. Anyway, so that's what's going on right there. Anywho, yeah, cool. All right, let's see. Catching up on the chat. Hello, gang. Wait. Zach says, Shadow Boys. Zach says, hello, gang. Been a while since I tuned into Moon Stream. Zach, it is so great to see you here. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully, I have hopefully things are going well for you. Hopefully, things are going well. Yeah. For some reason, I thought there was something else I was going to say. But I'm glad you're back. Welcome back. I'm glad you're back. And then let's see here. Serverbot says, I quit Discord due to the constant ball dropping with data leaks. I only use Fluxer. I mean, that's fair. That is fair. And yeah, no worries about it all right there.
You are just a figment of my imagination.
No, you're a figment of my imagination.
Just summoned
And there we go. Moonchan. The beautiful, absolutely fantastic new design of Moonchan. I love it. Although I think I do need to add a little bit less the time there for the thing. So maybe if I come over here.
Maybe we go up here and a little bit down, something like that. I don't know. Maybe something like that. Yeah, maybe that seems all right. Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Yeah.
Discord is not exactly my favorite, but I was like, it's what most people have, so that's why we kind of stuck with Discord. But maybe we'll make something else soon. Maybe. And then Cameron here with the 100 100 stream streak. That is absolutely crazy, Cameron, that you have been here for 100 streams in a row. That is wild. I am saluting you right now. I know you can't see it right now, but I'm going to hold the salute until I am put back on the screen. I love you, Moonchan, but I got to salute. I got to salute for the 100 stream streak. Cameron, that is absolutely fantastic, and I love it so much. Thank you so much for stringing here in the stream for 100.
Benedict summoned Mood Chan.
You saw it for 2 seconds. You saw it for 2 seconds. Thank you so much for streaking here in the stream for 100 streams in a row. I do appreciate that. Remember, everybody, if you're going to streak anywhere, make sure to streak here in the stream. So thank you. Thank you.
Underscore Benedict summoned Redemption Chan.
Well, I guess I'm not going to see anybody for like the next 5 minutes.
Underscore Benedict just summoned Eclipse Chan.
That's all right. That's all right by me.
Let's see here. Zach says, holy crap, our alerts are broken. The alerts shouldn't be broken. The streak, though, I believe that the streak alert might be broken or something. Actually, no, I don't
think the streak ever used. I don't think it ever showed anything with the streaks. I think that's always just been, I've kind of mentioned it. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. What the?
Axel underscore Benedict just redeemed trifecta.
And a trifecta. Well, I suppose we can do the trifecta as well. Let's see here. First 100 stream streak. I know that is absolutely wild. 100 streams is crazy. That is crazy right there. Let's see here. Let's see what else we got. Art, also 100. Yeah, definitely gonna take a look at art. When you say Steam key quickly, it sounds like you're saying stinky. You will be redeemed with 1 stinky. That is true. Did I miss? You shouldn't have missed. Squirrel says, 100. Heads or tails? Oh, yes, absolutely. We should definitely start the countdown for the heads or tails. Let's start the prediction. Heads or tails countdown. Let's go with 10 minutes on the clock. Make sure to get your predictions in if you think it's gonna be heads or tails. 100 streams is crazy. Wait, I was busy. Who won? Nobody has won yet. Not yet. But soon people will win. New Moonchan? I know, right? She is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Spoiled absolutely killed with this new one. Can you play my alert? It did not trigger. Well, yeah, so I don't think there's an alert for the stream streaks. Yeah, so it doesn't play alerts for the streaks. But it did play the text-to-speech. It did play that one. Halloween. Exactly. It is kind of Halloween-y, isn't it? Yeah, Redemption Chan is also absolutely fantastic. I remember now. Came and said hi and bye. I gotta go to Buddy's early. I'm assuming you meant Betty's early. Con in 3 days. Tanuki, that is absolutely fantastic. I do appreciate you popping in, though, and hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. And, yeah, hopefully we'll see you. Well, I guess if it's in 3 days, we're probably not going to see you on the Tuesday stream. But, yeah, good luck. Good luck if we don't see you, and I hope that it all goes well. That is very exciting. Redeem scam goes hard. No, there was no redeem scam. The whatever the freak they're called. The stream streaks. The stream streaks don't have any alerts. Those are just me. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. My name is Autumn, and this is Moonwood Games. Welcome, Autumn. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully, I had an absolutely fantastic weekend.
Man into a chicken.
Oh, I'm going to be chicken next time. And if anyone won the Steam key. Oh, no one has won yet. We have not spun the wheel yet. We are going to spin the wheel. So we kind of gone over who, or no, there's going to be a new redeem. We're kind of going over that. But yeah, let's actually spin the wheel right now. So yeah, so if you had not already, then I apologize because this is closed out. You are not able to add yourself to this list. But keep in mind, there's a new post every single week on roughly Monday, sometimes Tuesday, but usually Mondays. And so just make sure that when the new one pops up, to come in here and add a reaction to it, so that you can be added to this absolutely fantastic wheel right here. And yeah, speaking of the wheel, let's spin it and let's see who is going to win the free Steam key this week. There we go. There's Sunshine. I was like, oh no, what happened? All right, everybody, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. Let's see what happens. Come on, if you're on here, cross your fingers. You're gonna get your name. Crossing. Oh my gosh. Why is it always so close to CERN? Oh, that's funny. Anyway, anime ooh girl. Oh my goodness. No, that's who you're talking about, Lolly. Anime ooh girl is on the wheel. I don't know who that is, but congratulations on winning a key. Wait a minute, who is that? Who is anime ooh girl? Who is that? I don't even know who to take a shot in the dark at guessing. Anyway, congratulations if that is you. If you are anime woo girl, congratulations on getting that wheel. Absolutely fantastic. It's me, by the way. Wait, what? That's you. Well, congratulations on winning a free Steam key. That is absolutely fantastic. Congratulations. And yes, you should be getting a message from Loki with a link to the list of Steam keys, and then you'll just go through that list. You'll pick whichever one you're wanting, and yeah, and then Loki will be able to send that key to you, and hopefully everything should go well. I hope. I'm assuming. And if not, let me know and we'll find something to help out with that. So anyway, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Congratulations. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Let's see here. Okay, so I am now going to, everybody on your marks, get set. Just keep in mind though, this new redeem is a little pricey. That's because it is a free Steam key, so, you know, yeah. So anyway, yeah, so it should now be on. So if anybody wants to spend 2,500 points, I feel like I came back way faster than I should have. Was I just a chicken just now? I don't know. Did it go over? Did it like skip past things? Oh yeah, I was a chicken, and now I'm myself. I was a chicken, and now I am me. Well, all right, that actually went by a lot faster than I thought it would. Let's see if anyone wants to. Well, there we go. There we go. We now have a winner for the Steam key. And Tanuki says, "Hi, Scoiled. Someone should give me a unique role until Axel beats me." Oh, for the stream streaks? Maybe. Autocorrect. Oh, that's true.
Which polymorphed Moonman into a chicken.
I'm a chicken again. Buck. I appreciate that. Yeah, no worries at all, Tanuki, with the autocorrect. No worries at all. Crabwitch says, YouTube isn't working. I'm migrating here. Buckety buck. I appreciate that. B2 and what? Spinny wheel. Oh, I thought Serd had the most. Oh, I think it's actually a tie now between Serd, Axel, and Real Moon. I think. Pretty sure. Why is my slice so big? So these are all weighted. So if you have never won a key, you are going to have a higher chance of getting a Steam key because, yeah, so it's basically, yeah, however many times you win, your name will get smaller. But it's also like it's an average, right? It's an aggregate of the amount of people on the wheel as opposed to how many each one of those people have won. So it's like if you were on the board alone with Serd, like Serd's name would probably be a bit larger, but you would still be like the majority of the wheel because Serd's won like what 7 keys now at this point or something like that. So yeah, so you would have a much higher chance. But knowing Serd is very lucky when it comes to the Steam keys. So who knows what would happen? And I still lost LMAO. It happens. The more you win, the smaller the slice gets. Makes sense. Moonman is finally back. I'm back after like, what was that, like 5 minutes? I should buy it for the You should. Actually, that would be really funny. Boggity, bog. I love it. Let's go, Lolly. Thank you, Tillo. No problem. Okay, everybody. I think we're caught up on chat. So let's come over here. We're going to take a look at the art channel and see what people have been working on over this past week. And yeah, then I think we'll get into game dev at that point. Pretty sure. Don't look at my Discord profile warning. Wait. Your actual profile? Okay, I will not click on it then. Let's see, Shoten says, I'm particularly proud of this one. It was the very first attempt at glow effects. I had yet to master the ability, but it was the stepping stone to finding my niche. I love that. That looks super good.
Crabwitch polymorphed Moonman into a chicken.
The chicken loves it as well. Buck. Yeah, that glowing looks fantastic. I love that so much. Like, it really sells the feel of the glow. And I love, like, the glow you got on the face. Yeah, just everything about this looks so good. And then, of course, you've got, like, just a whole bunch of portraits in the background as well. Like, oh my gosh. Like, it's not just the fact that you have a picture, but then you've got like all the pictures in the back of the picture. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. And like you can see like every single individual hair right here. That is super good stuff right there. I love it. We got a new from Shoten. I started an art project and I thought to share. Ooh, that is really cool. I like that. Yeah, that is some awesome colors. I like that. Also, I don't know what it is about that shape, but I love that shape. It's such a good shape. I don't know why it came out as good, but it came out as good. Let's see what we got from Cameron. Cameron is not Cameron. Cameron is not an owl cat. She is an owl cat, and she suffers from short-term amnesia. Ooh. So is this the reference right here? I'm assuming. These look really good though. Very, very nicely done. Yeah, beautiful. I really like the way like you have the shirt tucked in. It's kind of like billowing up underneath. Yeah, very nice. Beautiful stuff. And Moy, the dragon girl, she suffers from extreme burnout. Been there. Not being a dragon girl, but you know, burnout. Really like the horns right here. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Oh, I also really like the gradient in the are they pants? The knee socks? The knee specific socks. I like it. AHS Heaven's Wraith. Is Heaven's Wrath? Is this the redesign of the house? Yes, a new version of Miss Robichaud First Floor Academy. Collab with Fire Donkey. Had to add the day/night to this. This version is close to the version and absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, this is freaking amazing. This looks so good. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Like, I can still see kind of like the, you know, like obviously you had designed it based off of the, you know, inspiration and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm like, the fact that I can still kind of see where you were going within, like, even in the previous design. Yeah, very nice stuff. I like it.
_falls_today says, actually Mooney has been there. Little do you know, when Moonwood Games was Moonwood Games, he was a dragon.
That's true. That's a good point. I was. All that time ago, I was a dragon. Good times. I love the lighting too. Like, it just works so well with this space. Yeah, very nice. Annie the Cat Girl, she suffers from rigid schedules and hyperactivity. AUDHD. I love it. I love it. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. I really like the hair too. I mean, like, I always appreciate the hair and like the way you do the hair, the fur, stuff like that. But like, yeah, you do really good stuff. So we got Assie, the Tanuki Dragon Cat Girl. She is the ultimate trickster and hoarder. Very nice. Love the pants. Love the pants. Beautiful stuff right there. Fantastic. We got Ayler, the Snake Girl. Are you not quite sure if she's supposed to be a snake? Who is very much druidic and confused by her own magic and lineage. Ooh, I like it. Really love the asymmetry with the pants too. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Very nice work. Let's see, Isla is outgoing, Ember ingoing, and Fox the paperwork pusher. I like it. I like it. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see here. Moon is finally back. I should buy it for the lulz. Boggity bog bog bog. Yes, each of those are from Picru. Okay, all right, nice. And actually, Mooney has been there. Little do we know, Moonwood Games was Moonwood Games. He was a dragon. Moonwood Games is the best wood games. It's true. It's true. I definitely should have kept it. Shouldn't have bought. I should have changed everything else. I should have changed my YouTube, and then I could have stuck with this. So, oh well. Oh well. It is what it is. You live and learn. You know. You live and you learn. Let's see here. Okay. Over on YouTube. Let's see what we got. It's me, by the way. Let's go. Thank you. No problem. Don't look at me. My Discord profile warning. Not the knees. Not the knees. I always forget to put red wine vinegar into my soups, and I will never learn. Tillo, I'm pretty sure that keeping that out of your soups is going to make your soups way better. I promise. Spoken from someone who absolutely hates red wine vinegar, so you know. But yeah, I don't know what it is about it. I don't know what it is. Like vinegar in general, vinegar, especially like red wine vinegar, I cannot do it. I cannot do it. One of my wife's favorite things to snack on is just bread with vinegar and oil. And I'm like, nope, can't do it. I cannot do it. If I'm gonna have bread, it's gotta have butter and cheese and garlic. You know, just give me some cheesy garlic bread and I'll be happy. Maybe toasted as well. Moonwood Games would have gotten a demo by now. They probably would have, actually. They probably would have. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure Moonwood Games would have given up by now. They would have just like been like, you know what? Never mind. You also missed the lore too. They are related. Oh, gotcha. Also in this group is the girlfriend system of Isla, Ember, and Fox. They are a dissociative identity disorder system. So any one of them can be present at present at once in the same body. They're girlfriends with Anne, and Alon is girlfriends with a Moy. Oh, nice. I like it. Again, like I love how you also like not only do you have just like the art you've done, but then you've also like you have them all together as well. Moonwood Games wouldn't have spent months redesigning a working system only to switch it back. That is true. That is kind of crazy to think that like I spent so much time reworking the whole card system and the random tomb generation system. You know, I feel like if we just go down the list of all the things that I've redesigned and then gone back on, we're going to be here way too long. Would you like to hear about an air fryer recipe I'm using for my keto diet? I would love to. Yeah, honestly, like one of my favorite air fryer recipes is a homemade mac and cheese. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. Highly recommend. I mean, mac and cheese is good anyway, but then like this homemade one in the air fryer, it is really good stuff. They all gain their traumas after being orphaned after a large earthquake. Oh, that's rough. That is rough stuff. Okay, let's see. We do have a, what's it called? A trifecta, though. We do have a trifecta, and so we're going to be doing that, and, yes, let's do that. I'm just going to, lower this down so you can actually see what's going on here, because I promise I'm doing it. I promise I'm doing it. Here we go. Okay. Whew. Thought I had to move my chair for a second. All right, everybody, let's crank the jams, and we're gonna do, some chest benders, some bicep curls, and some stretches. So here we go. Let's crank the jams. The desk feels really low now after standing. All right, everybody, here we go. Oh boy, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9, 10. Whew. All right. And now let's do the chest bend arm and the bicep curls. That's on you. Here we go. 5, 10 on the clock. Here we go. Count them with me. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Buff chicken getting buff. Oh, man. Whew. And now let's do some stretching, everybody. Here we go. Let's stretch to the right. And then to the left. Oh. Oh. And backwards. Oh. Oh, good times. All right, let's see here. Making tortilla chips from the lime juice and salt. Ooh, that does sound pretty good. Ayla's right legging, pants go down to the ankles, was a pocket she stores her phone in. Ooh, nice. Zach says, since when was the mic on? Wait, I realized I haven't turned the music down yet. There we go. Since when was the mic on during the workout programs? I think it's always been on. I think I've always had it on. Although the one thing that I did not have on, I forgot to turn this on. Forgot to turn this on while I was getting buffed. So I apologize that I did not turn on this graphic when I was getting buffed. But don't worry, I still got buff. Or at least I tried to. I mostly just winded myself. So you know. Whew. All right, everybody. Let's see here. You woke me up with that share, please. Let's see. I need to update the trifecta buff chan. That is true. That is true. I would say you probably don't have to worry too much about it. I think we should be all right. She's still freaking adorable. So yeah. So if you got other stuff you're working on, do not worry about it at all. I promise. She looks fantastic. I'm not gonna say no if you wanted to, but she looks absolutely fantastic. So don't feel like you need to. Oh, let's see here. Okay, I need to update trifecta buff chan. Heads or tails? Heads or tails? Oh, that's right. Okay, the countdown is done for heads or tails. So let's do the heads or tails. Oh my gosh, why am I still out of breath? Let's do the heads or tails, so we can then jump into game dev stuff. It's gonna be absolutely fantastic. So here we go. Let's do. Where is the coin flip? There we go. Coin flip version 1.2. Let's pull that up. Here we go. And now we are going to switch over to the absolutely fantastic. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. Heads or tails. And we are here to do a little bit of heads or tails. Everybody knows it. So, yeah, everybody kind of knows what's going on. So if you're not quite sure what's happening, be sure to raise your hand and ask a question. But anyway, here we go. Let's do some heads or tails. Let's see what happens here. If you're voting for heads, make sure you're crossing your fingers of heads. But if you voted for heads, things aren't looking so great so far. We've already got one tails. All right. There we go. All right. Maybe. Heads is kind of taking it back. Not too bad. Never mind, I maybe spoke too soon. Maybe heads is actually gonna take it. Who knows? Let's see. Come on, everybody, cross your fingers. Okay, all right. Tails is taking it back. Not too bad, but it could go either way at this point. All right. Heads could take it, but Tails could also take it back from here. Oh my goodness, there we go. Heads has got it. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Congratulations if you voted for heads. Beautiful stuff. And if you voted for tails, I am very sorry. But do not worry, there's always next time. And next time when I say, what I mean when I say is the next time on the absolutely fantastic, everybody knows everybody loves it, heads or tails. Was that hype enough? Did I sound hype enough to make it exciting? Anyway, congratulations if you voted for heads. Beautiful stuff. Let's manage the prediction. Oh my goodness. It looks like maybe potentially if you voted for heads, you picked very well. because 61% of the points are on tails. So yeah, so if you voted for heads, beautiful stuff and absolutely fantastic. Congratulations for the people who voted for heads. So 5,572 channel points are coming your way. I think they're kind of distributed evenly depending on how many you actually put in. So yeah, fantastic stuff. Let's complete the prediction. Beautiful, beautiful times right there. All right, let's see here. But I do appreciate you reminding me because I completely forgotten about heads or tails. Okay, you locked eyes with me, and by law, you must battle. What the? As said, been a while since I've tuned into Tomb of Vercilias streams. You know, we like to have a little bit of fun here. Just a little bit of fun. The Battle Bricks font. Wait, which font? The Battle Bricks font. I'm not sure which font you're talking about. Let's see here. We got some crying from Squad. We got some yays from Tanuki. And Servbot says it's a simple recipe. Chop a tortilla into 8 pieces. Cook in an air fryer. Fry for 5 minutes at 400 degrees. Shuffling them around every 2 minutes afterward until crispy. Not bad at all. Actually, that sounds like a very simple way to go. My first win. Congratulations, Tanuki. That is absolutely fantastic. Squirrel says, give me all your points. So wait, are you saying to Squirrel, give me all your points? So yeah, we got Hooray, also all right, going to draw. Buff Chan looking scary. Zach, wait, you haven't been back since I returned, did you? Wait, when did you return? I was gonna say Autumn also came back fairly recently too. This was while you were flaunting the get buff stuff overlay. Oh, it was this stuff right here. Yeah, there it is. Let's see, yeah, no, okay, cool. Let's see here. Okay, just making sure we're all cut up over on YouTube. Always forget to put red videos. I love that stuff. I'm glad you love it, Tillo. I'm glad you love it. Good night, Squirrel, and good night, Cameron. Tanuki, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. Good luck on the next couple days, getting ready for the con. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. Good luck getting ready for the con. I hope that it all goes well. And yeah, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you that everything goes smoothly. Absolutely smoothly. All right, everybody. Well, I do believe we are ready to get into the game dev stuff. So, if you remember from last stream, we were working on, well, we talked about getting items into the game, but we got a little bit sidetracked with perk cards, and so we kind of started working on that. So I made a little bit more progress on between the last stream and now. It's not completely done, but I was working on getting the new perk card that we were working on, which is the Tillo's Blue Flame, or a blue candle. If it was a blue flame, it would just be the flame that was blue, but the candle's blue as well. So anyway, so Tillo's Blue Candle. So I think as of last time, we got the description working. So yeah, so it's just the candle emits a humid blue fog that, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I need something, man, my brain is, Okay. The Dr. Pepper will help level me out, and I appreciate you all being here. The candle emits a humid blue fog that damages enemies weak to hydro. Did I put... No, that is hydro. It's weak to hydro, but heals enemies resistant to hydro. And then, yeah, so damages 5% health every turn on necro monsters, heals 5% health every turn to geo monsters. So yeah, so that's kind of how it goes. It's kind of like a buff. Well, okay, it's a buff, right? Because it is a perk card. As you have you've got the buff and the debuff. What is wrong with me today? Holy smokes. I know there was a busy weekend, but good freaking heavens. My speech impediment is much more crazy than it usually is, so I apologize. Anyway, yeah, so that's all we had last time was we got the card in here, we got the description done, and that was all. But I now have it to the point where if I were to then click on it, it will then pull the icon over, and then there you go. You now have a Tillo's Blue Candle in here in your inventory. And yeah, so it doesn't do anything yet. That's what we're going to be working on here in the beginning of the stream. So eventually, basically, we just need to make it to the point where this will always either damage or heal 5% to monsters that are these specific. So if they are necro, it damages them, but if they are geo, it heals them. So yeah. So yes, let's do that. Oh yeah, I also got the actual variable in that is going to be taking care of that. So if we come over. Oh my gosh, that was very fizzy. If we come over here to the common events and we go over here to the apply perk card stats, down here at perk card number 14, we've got Tillo's Blue Candle. Which basically, yeah, so this guy, it is, so I've added these new...
Autumn_falls_ today says, alright, I need motivation. If someone redeems name in the credits right now, I will go and do game dev stuff for an hour.
Oh. That sounds like quite the invitation, I must say. What the? Oh my goodness.
Zach just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
Hold up. And 2 of them from Zach and from Cameron. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely wild.
Just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
Beautiful stuff. Thank you so much, you guys, so very much for redeeming your name. I know that is a lot of channel points, so I do appreciate that. So let's come over here and let's see. So I believe I'm just checking. Look over here for Super Zach. It looks like you are now going from the channel points, the name in the channel, the points being here, and you're now at an X2, which means if we then come over to here, and we are just gonna cut that and come back over here and come up over to here, you are now right here, right below Lazarla. But then I believe since Cameron as well just redeemed one, that means that Cameron is now at a 3x, which is now going to put you up if we then cut and then come up over here to right there. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you two so much for redeeming getting your name in the credits. Now in the MVP/VIP section for Zach, and now at a 3x for Cameron. So thank you. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see, Fairly Inkling with the Tacked Lurk. What the? And with the name of the credits.
Killing just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
Hold up. Oh my goodness. Well.
Phone Killing just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
Well. Oh my goodness. What is that? 4 in a row?
Phone Killing just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
Oh my goodness. That is wild. 4 in a row. Holy smokes.
Phone Killing just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
I also must say, I absolutely love how the text-to-speech says your name. Frinkling has redeemed their name in the credits of Tomb of Vercilias. Beautiful stuff. That means you're going from a 2x.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Well, I would, okay? I would agree with that. I love the way that it pronounced it. Anyway, yeah, holy smoke, going from a 2x to a 6x is fantastic stuff. And that is going to put you all the way up here, right above Scoiled. And yeah, right there with a 6x in the MVP/VIP section for the name in credits of Tomb of Vercilias. So yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. I do appreciate that very weakly. Thank you. Holy smokes. Yeah, that is so many. Good freaking heavens. To anyone who leaves before I come back, mwah, kisses, take care of yourself, and get some work done. Anyway, you know how. That's true. That is true. I do know how. What the?
Mooney has been super chatted up by Attilo9511. Another hour of game dev.
Thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Holy smokes. That is fantastic. I do appreciate it. Thank you. And yes, we'll definitely doing more game dev stuff. I promise. We're now that we're like 45 minutes into the stream, we're gonna start doing some game dev stuff. I promise. I do appreciate that. So thank you, Tillo. Thank you. Let's get some 07s in the chat for Tillo. I do appreciate that super chat. Thank you. Let's see here. Okay, double whammy. No. Whoa, I'm broke. Oh, I'm sorry that you're out of points now, very quickly. Whoa, I'm too broke for you guys. No, Steelic, I believe in you. Perhaps I should go take an ADHD medicine at 11:11 p.m. To get 6 hours of work done. That would be a lot. That would be a lot to do, especially at 11:11 p.m. Squad says, above me. How dare. Get developing on him. Okay, name in the credits. Our deal is now over. Yes, exactly. But I guess that's true. Oh, you were meaning for every redeem. That would make a lot more sense. That's a lot of work. Let's see here. 2 more minutes. I could have more, but I must sleep when you're streaming. I'm sorry. I know that this is probably not the most opportune time for some people. Maybe one day I will be able to make it at a better time. I crave a beaver. We're gonna get the beaver in there, I promise. Subathon chain. I'm naming the credits. What do we got here from Squad? Oh no. Is this me? Is this me kissing? I don't know. I don't know if I want to watch this. All right, everybody. Let's give that a pause. Let's see what happens. All right. Let's see what you guys are listening to all the time. What are you actually listening to when you hear me stream? Here we go. Whoops. Oh my gosh. I hate this interface. The fact that I can't just like drag it back without it then selecting everything on the page is just so dumb. Anyway, okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. Mwah, mwah, kisses, take care of yourself, and get some work done. Anyway, you know how. That's true. That is. I don't like the way that I sound.
Gifted 1 subscription
oh
to
my
the
goodness,
Moonwood
what?
Alliance.
Loki, thank you so much for the gifted sub. I do appreciate that. Congratulations to VMast for the gifted sub, and Loki, thank you so very much. I do appreciate it. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Thank you for that. You did not have to do that, but I do appreciate it. So thank you. And also, Scoiled, I appreciate you sharing that clip. We're just gonna move on from that. Oh, good times there. Let's see here. Last year, Calculus 1 kicked my butt while I got a 96 in Calculus 2. Oh my gosh. See, it just goes to show how smart you are. It shows to show how smart you are. Yes, you're so smart. Honestly, Calculus 1 and 2 would kick my butt. It did. Although, okay, I say that. Okay, I am horrible at math. Absolutely horrible. Terrible. Worst thing in the world. I hate math. It is the worst thing in the world. I had to take, I believe, 3 math classes when I started college, and I got a 95, like a 95 or above in all of them, which I was very surprised by, because the reason why I had to take the math classes when I went to college is because I did so poorly in math in high school that I barely passed, like, to get out of high school. Barely. And so I was like, yeah, this is gonna be terrible. And yeah, but I studied very hard, and yeah, I was able to get like a 95-ish, and like I think one year was like 97, the next year was like 95, the next year was like 96, and I was like, you know what, I don't really care, I'm done, I'm out, whatever. So terrible stuff. Let's see, Attila says 141 people watching. That is true. For some reason, the algorithm is still smiling upon us, even though I'm still sticking to my theory, which is, for the next like week or two, it's probably gonna look like this. But that's only because it's probably because people that have autoplay on, the algorithm is like, well, you were watching stuff that was kind of like this, so we're gonna send you over here. So I don't know. Unless, of course, everybody who's watching right now is actually here and live watching. Drop a like on this live stream if you're watching right now over on YouTube. Drop a like and we'll see how many people are actually watching out of these now 160 people that are watching. We'll see what happens. Moon with math. Whatever this is, I'm pretty sure it's going to be accurate.
Oh my gosh. Just the first frame, and I'm like, okay. I mean, this is pretty accurate how I feel about math. I'm not gonna play it for copyright potential issues.
But that basically, that kind of, yeah, that's how I feel about math. I don't even know what the next word's gonna be, but when it comes to math, that's the only word that I need to know. Yeah, that's how I feel about math right there. Also, drop a like here too. That's true. Drop a like here on the Twitch chat if you're enjoying your time here. If you're enjoying your stay here, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. Well, let's do some game dev stuff, shall we? AKA sub. Actually, I mean, I'm not gonna say no. Could you imagine if like 160 people out of nowhere all subscribed over on Twitch? Holy smokes. What if I don't like my stay here? Well, I'm sorry, but you are contractually obligated to continue watching until the demo is released. After that, you can run kicking and screaming and very upset, because then you're going to realize once the demo is out, you're going to be like, oh, this game is not as good as it was hyped up to be. And then I will give you full permission to leave. But until then, it doesn't matter how good or bad things are here with your stay, you have to be here. I am stuck here until 3078. Yeah, probably sometime around then. Probably sometime. Hit the dislike. There we go. Yeah, if you're not liking what you're seeing over on Twitch, just hit the dislike button. That's all. Just hit the dislike button. It's gonna be fine. Actually, there's the real thing over on YouTube. So not necessarily if you are here and enjoying your stay. If you're not enjoying your stay, hit the dislike button. Let's see what happens. if 173 of you hit the dislike button, this will become my most disliked video on my YouTube channel. So that could be exciting stuff. Could be very exciting stuff. Anywho, so over here back in the game development stuff like we're doing here on the stream, I've created some new variables. This is variable 693. So if we come down here to the variables, 693, you can see right here that there are 4 new variables. So we've got the perk. This is the Pyro Auto plus minus percentage, the Geo Auto plus minus, the Hydro Auto plus minus, and the Necro Auto plus minus. And that is because all we have to do here is we will just increase this variable. Oh, excuse me. We'll increase this variable by however much it would be percentage-wise. So somewhere between 1 and 100. So specifically because we are wanting this to be for Hydro, because it is going to be. So we're basically picking the center. So not necessarily we're not picking the strength and the weakness. We're picking the center of the strength and the weakness, and we are adding 5% to that variable. That way, when we are in combat, we will then have a separate spot that then runs through, and it says if the monster is Necro, subtract this percentage from the monster's HP, or if his monster is Geo, then add that percentage to their HP. So, yeah. So it should be pretty easy, I hope. We'll see what happens. Famous last words, right? It's basically asking a freshly mined diamond to have smooth edges. It takes time to smooth out the bumps in it. Exactly. It's gonna take time. It's gonna happen though. It's gonna be great. Lolly with the period. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. I'm glad to know you are still here. Although you definitely should be getting some sleep, because if you're still awake, yeah, you probably should sleep. It's just as easy as making a pop-up book. Nothing is as difficult as that. That is the most difficult thing in the whole world. Nobody in their right mind could ever create something like that. Only a madman could create something like that. Yeah. I never said I was going to sleep. Well, I say you should. Also, I'm meaning Lolly. Lolly should go to sleep, because apparently it's like 4:30 a.m. for them. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see here. So where are we gonna throw this in here? I'm a big boy. I don't need sleep. You do need sleep. Sleep is very important for you. Or so I've been told. So basically, Monster Blackjack. Yes, what do we got? So we got Monster Blackjack. So we got Player Bust, Monster Bust. Unless you are a vampire. That's true. Vampires don't really need it. So Player Bust, Monster Bust, Stand. I'm trying to decide where we actually want to have this take place. I'm kind of thinking we have it happen. We'll have the cards all do their thing. So the player attacks. Well, yeah. So the cards do their thing. So either the player attacks or the monster attacks. Then down here at the bottom, this actually resets everything at this point then. I'm fueled on spite, diet soda, and game development. Hey, that's basically what I'm fueled on right now. I'm fueled on spite, diet soda, and game dev. Yeah, basically. Also, hey, artbase.au crepe art. What is this? What's going on here? 404 not found. I got a 404 what not found. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's trying to find, but it did not find. It did not find artbase.au/crepe art. Unfortunately. I'm fueled by brawls. I cannot go a day without getting at least one. Diet Sprite. Sprite. Diet Sprite. Let's see. Oh, it wasn't missing the at symbol. Oh, there we go. Oh, nice. So you getting everything listed over here then? So is this like a place just to like host your art then? Nice. Yeah, beautiful. Well, I'm excited to see this get all filled out. Yeah, very nice stuff. Yeah, good old Diet Spite. That is cool though. I like that camera. I like that. I mean, yeah, you definitely have way more than that you could throw on there. So I assumed that it was newer. Okay, so let's do this in a common event, because I need to use more common events. Gotta use them. Okay, so we're gonna do auto damage. Yeah. I mean, the site is new. Oh, I assumed it had been around for a while. Now I need my full anchored spite. None of this diet spite stuff. It's gotta be the full sugar spite. So on the player bust, right down here, before we do any of this, let's just say, yeah, let's do, we'll do common event, and then we'll do auto damage. This is right before it resets everything else. So we'll just copy that, and then over here on the monster bust, it's kind of same thing here, just run it right there. ILY, the cat creature, was the first ever pixel art tagged on that site. Oh my goodness. That's kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Okay, so it's like that new. I didn't think it was even that new, but that is very new. That is very new. All right, so basically we need to check and see if...
Skoil just summoned Moonshine.
Oh, she looks so good. She looks so good. Nah, dogs need to go outside, then I can go to sleep. I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. Now it's 5:21 a.m. by the way. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so early. That is so early. / late. If you haven't gone to sleep yet, then it's not technically early, it's late. And you need sleep. Sleep is very important at that point in time. Okay. So we need to check and see a couple things. Yeah. So we need to do the whole include thing again, which I can never remember exactly how to do it, so I'm just going to come over here and copy that. I should probably actually write it out a few more times so I can actually remember, but you know what? Meh. Okay, so with the include, you can check and see if... Wait. No, this is for a specific variable. That's right. Yes, we don't want to check just a specific variable against multiple values, because we want to check a single value across multiple variables. So, I believe we come over here to the perk cards, and then if we... come over here... Okay, yeah, so basically we just need to take essentially this guy? I might as well just write it out. Yeah, let's just write the whole thing out. All right, come back over here. So yes, we're not doing includes. We just want to say if game variables dot value, and this is going to be variable. What's the start of the perks? Let's go to variables, and we're gonna find perks selected 1 through 9. So perks selected, so 644. All right, cool. So variable 644. If you are equal to 14, because I believe 14 is the ting, right? Yeah, 14. Or, and we're basically just gonna go through here and just add a bunch of ors. JavaScript includes are confusing. It is a little confusing, yeah. It's mostly, I just can't remember exactly how to write it out. It's like once you get it working, it's fine. But it's just remembering the way to do it, right? Because basically the way that it'll work is, yeah, so it's like, so you need to put within parentheses, within square brackets, then you put the numbers you're wanting to include, and then outside the square brackets you do the dot includes, and then in a new set of parentheses you add the variable that you're wanting to check. So, you know. What do we got here? She looking good. It's looking good. What? What did I say? What did I say? Let's give that a pause. On that site. Oh my goodness. That's kind of cool. Not gonna lie. It's true. Okay, so it's like that new. I didn't think it was even that new, but that is very new. That is very new. This guy's a smart man. All right, so basically we need to check and see If
Skull just summoned Moonshine.
Oh, she looks so good. She looks so good. Okay, I know what it sounds like you thought I was meaning. I was just meaning that she is looking good. Because I was thinking about maybe saying Moonchan, and then I was like, no, I'll just say she. And then I was like, well, then I messed it up. So Moonchan is looking great. Sign a developer who's brand new to JavaScript. Once I finish Ayler's portrait, I'm gonna post the Alpha 5 portraits and go to Picrew and find a reference for the girlfriend system. Nice. On both Reds and Art Base. Oh, I was thinking imports, but my point stands. Yeah, no worries, yeah. I get what you're meaning. Why does that seem so loud? Is that just me? What's going on with this? We go with, I don't know why. That should be better. I think. It reminded me of the she. Here we go again. That's why I clipped it. I figured as much based on how you named it, but you know. All right, so yeah, so includes isn't too bad, but yeah, not necessarily what we need for here. Why are there two different versions of imports? Oh, I didn't make it. Don't ask me, I didn't make it. Okay, so then you're gonna be a 645. You're gonna be a 646. You're gonna be a 647. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but oh well. 649. 650. Now how far do we need to go? 652. So we got 649, 650, 651, and 652. So, if any of those are equal to 14, that means comment Tillo's blue candle is equipped. So Tillo's blue candle. I used to pixel art myself using references, but my shaky hand keeps me from making precise details, so I had to quit. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, and like, because that's the kind of it's like the good and the bad of pixel art, right? It's like, I almost feel like with pixel art, it's slightly easier sometimes to like hide things, but at the same time, you have to be precise with what you're doing, especially like with such low resolution pixel art, because everything has to be very precisely placed with very much intention, or else it just kind of doesn't look the same. So yeah, I get that. And why can't I assign an alias with on a whole import? And why, oh why, do I have to pack my imports? Okay, that last one isn't JavaScript's fault, but still, Webpack is confusing. A healthy dose of stabilizer keeps the shakies away. I use mouse. I mean, mouse does work as well. Yeah, mouse does work. I mean, there's ways to get around it, but like, if you've got like a really bad shake, I can definitely see how that would be an issue, would make it a little bit difficult. Okay, so if we just come over here, we should be able to grab the monster bust. On monster bust, play it out. So down here, we should have attack monster. Yeah, so this is yeah. So let's just grab the do elemental damage. Now, we're just gonna say do damage. Not do damage, just do damage. All right, so this is where we're actually checking to see what element the monster is. We just say game screen picture 111 plus 1080. Oh no, these are based on the cards. We don't want to check on that. We just want to check on the monster. How was I doing that before? Because I know that I must have done it here. Monster bust. They did the monster bust. When I try to focus on my hand on doing something precise, my hand enters a pager vibration mode. Oh no! That's not good. That is not good. For Affinity/Pixie Editor, I use 30% /10x stabilizer. I do that every now and then, but I feel like, especially like if you are like, if there is a large shake in your hand, like totally understand. If you bust, you have a I did say that once, didn't I? I did say that once. All right, let's see here. How did I do that? I'm trying to remember. So this is the player actually getting damaged. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's how I did that. Okay, okay. All right, never mind. So we're saying... Oh, let's actually do this. We're going to say damage/heal. Because it is either going to damage or heal. So specifically for a pyro monster... Or specifically for a hydro... Because it's a hydro element. So we just want to say... If game variable is 94, modulo 5 is equal to 2. So 2 would be pyro. So we don't want that. So we want geo. So this is healing. So 3 is healing. No. Right? Crap. So there's 2, 3, and 4. Crap, I cannot remember what it is. I'm gonna have to look that up. So it's, so let's just say, for example, it is like 14 modulo 5 would be equal to 4. So 4, so that, yeah, okay. So that would be equal to 4, which means if we come over here to monster, monster 14 is this guy right here, which is a hydro monster. So 4 would be hydro then, yeah? Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Because it's, yeah. So I believe it is 2 equals pyro. 3 should equal geo. And then 4 should equal hydro. And then 0 should equal necro. I think. So if that's hydro, then 15 modulo 5 would be 0. But then 16 modulo 5 would be 1. Which would be just normal monster. So then 17 modulo 5 would be a 2. Okay, yeah. Which would then be, okay, cool. So I did have it right. Okay. So back over here. So yeah, so 2 is pyro, 3 is geo, put a comma there instead. 4 is hydro, and then 0 is necro. So if that's the case, we just want to say, let's get rid of all of that. So this is specifically for, this is going to be damage necro / heal geo. So we want to damage if they are a necro. Necro is 0. So if that variable modulo 5 is equal to 0, which means it's a necro monster, then we just want to say game variables dot set value 50, which I believe 50 is the monster's health, correct? Just make sure. 50 right here. That's the player's HP. Never mind. We want the monster's HP, which is going to be right here, 67. So 67 and 68. Okay, yes. So we want to say set variable 67 to equal variable 67 minus obligatory 67. I knew it was going to be sent. 30/x pixel, 30 divided by 10 pixels, rather. That's fair. I got another recipe I would share, but it's pretty intense. I mean, I'm down to hear the recipe if you want to share. If you don't feel like typing it out, totally understandable. Let's see. A new man 2027 Twitch says, "What's up, stud? Hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hi, chat. For pick square, I use 3 pixels. Nice. Yeah, and then obligatory 676767. Okay, so sorry. Okay. I'm gonna focus on this so that I don't lose my train of thought. So if game variable 94, which would be the monster's element type, so if the monster's element type modulo 5 is equal to 0, then we're going to say game variables.set value of the monster's current HP, set it to the monster's current HP, minus round up. Let's just get rid of all of that, because I don't need all of that.
Going to the Inkwell says, "Hello Moonwood. How are you? What is the plan for today?"
Well, hello, Ink. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic weekend. The plan for today is we are working on getting, we're finishing up the Tillo's perk card. So come over here to perk. If you remember from last stream, so we were working on the, on Tillo's blue candle, which is basically a auto attack / heal for the monster. So basically, if you have this perk equipped to your character, then if you are fighting a monster that is a necro monster, it will auto deal 5% damage to them at the start of every turn, or I guess at the end of every turn. But if you are fighting a monster that is a geo monster, then it will auto heal them 5% of their HP at the end of every turn. So yeah, so we're just kind of getting that finished up, and then we're probably going to switch over and start working on the items, because we do need to do more on the items. I do remember that. Oh, good, good, good. I love how you assumed he's just getting started on work. I mean, it's not a bad thing to assume, especially on this stream. I mean, it's not even 10 o'clock yet, so very well could have been. Use chicken breast, white beans, buffalo sauce, Philadelphia chive, and onion cream cheese, diced green chilies, bacon bits, and shredded Mexican cheese. Oh, that all sounds so good. As far as I'm concerned, yes. I mean, I kind of am, actually. Okay, all right, I'm focused on this now. Okay, so we're setting variable, so the monster's HP, set it to equal the monster's HP minus, and then round up. Yeah. So minus, rounding up, we want to say, game variables dot value. And this is going to be, again, variable, no, this is going to be variable 68, because this is going to be the max HP.
Crap. This is a terrible time for me to have the voice of God when I can't even think of how I'm going to do this. Okay, I've done this like 50 times before. Why cannot I think about what I'm going to do here?
So we want to set the current HP to equal current HP minus the max HP, even more mighty now, voice of God. Okay, I'm focused. Okay, so yeah, so current HP minus max HP divided by, would it just be divided by 100? Is that literally all it would be? So let's just say, for example, if the monster has, let's just say the monster has 30 HP. So let's see. So this should reduce by about 2 HP, I believe. So if the monster has 30 HP, so this would be 30 minus 30 divided by, or no. We need to say minus, and then in new parentheses, it would be 5 divided by 100. No, because that's, nope. Oh, what can I think about it? Will it be a currency or gold in your game? I'm asking because I came up with an idea for a perk card. Yes, we do have gold in the game. I think that's probably about the only currency in the game. It is just a general currency, nothing too crazy. So what? Why is that 0.5? Because, yeah, 5%. Five percent of 30 would be 1.5, right? Or is that only 0.5? Or 0.05? I don't know why I can't think of what it would be. But I'm pretty sure that's right. Okay, you know what, just to make sure. Okay, so 30 minus, I don't know, 5%. Yeah. Would be 28.5, which means it would be 1.5. Okay. So then, if we say 30...
Fun fact of the day.
Yes.
The working title of the novel Dracula by Bram Stoker was The Undead. We know this because of a partial first draft of the novel that still exists, that is titled as such. This fact has been brought to you by the Lost Media Wiki.
That is pretty cool. I like that. It's always fun to hear stuff like that. Okay, so 30 minus 30 minus 5 divided by 100. Wait. Would that be right? 30 minus 30 times 5 divided by 100. That looks more correct. Okay. So minus... Okay, so we gotta do this then. So game variables 68, so that's the max HP. And then times 5 divided by 100. Okay, I think that should be closer to be correct. So if you are a necro monster, then we just say game variables.setValue. We're gonna set the monster's HP to equal monster's HP minus, rounding up, the monster's max HP times 5%. I think that's right. I hope that's right. I'm 99% sure that's right. So let's copy that, and then we should be able to, we would then say else if so this is if you are a Geo, which is 3. So if you are a Geo, then we want to say the monster's HP, set it to the monster's HP, plus that. Okay. And then we just want to say, in a new script call, actually we can just do this. We should be able to do the same thing here, right? Think. And then if game variables dot value 67, if you are greater than or equal to Variable 68. Then we're just gonna say game variables dot set value 67 to equal game variables dot value 68. Yeah, so basically,
says, fun fact, Bela Lugosi, the most famous man to play Dracula, is from Hungary. The first known film to ever feature Dracula was also from Hungary. This is a complete coincidence.
That is a crazy coincidence, though. You know what they say? It's a small world after all. So yeah, so basically this last if statement is just saying if the monster's HP has gone more than their max HP, then just set it to be their max HP. That should be good. Okay, so let's come over here. We should be able to see if we then start game. And then I'm going to catch up on chat. Okay, so let's go spawn a monster really quick. Let's disarm this puzzle though. I don't need that. I don't know how I was going to grab it. Okay, it's the elemental here. So we are in room something. Where's our current position? Room 19. Okay, so we want to say monster 19. So they are currently a plane element. Let's test it, actually. Let's test it. I just want to make sure that it doesn't do anything on a normal monster. So if we can just stand on a 5. So it shouldn't do anything. Or maybe it'll give us an error. That's what it's going to do. Okay, so it should have been in here then. Oh! Okay, yeah. So then we're in here. I don't know if that's the potential issue, but I'm just going to count out here first. So, we've got... Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 1, 0. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So on this first one, it's missing a closing parenthesis. On the second one, we've got 1, 2, 1, 0. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. And you are also missing one. Cool. Ah, the joys of writing code. The joys of writing code in RPG Maker, where they don't tell you if there's issues like this. Okay, so then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 0, and then 1, 0. Wait. That would be also a problem. So yeah, so then 1, 2, 1, 0. Okay, that should be better.
Go into the inkwell says the man who refuses to use anything but RPG Maker.
It's true. Yeah. I guess I can't really complain. I have other options, I just don't use them. Yes, let's go find a monster. There we go. Oh, look at that. This will be perfect to test and see. So this should heal him. So I need to stand on here and just hope that I can deal damage to him, because then it would heal him later. And it should just do 1 HP. Let's see. Oh, look at that! He got 1 health left. Or back. He got 1 health back. So if we hit him, if we hit and then if we stand, then we should be able to do 3 damage to him this time. And then he gets 1 back. Oh. Now the real question is, should we add some kind of like a blue glow when it happens? I almost feel like we should. Let's see here. Lovemaking Fukushia. Hate how I spend like $4 Canadian of olive oil on it each time. My wife must be hungry. I'm 25 and have no wife. No, Dillo! Don't give up. Don't give up. I was like 28 when I met my wife. So don't worry. It's gonna happen. Same, Tillo. Yeah, but don't worry. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Yeah, no, seriously. I believe I was 28 when I met my wife. Now I have to think about it. I'm 35. That was back in 2019. So 7 years ago. Yeah, 28. Good times. Good times. Okay, so that's healing him every time. So yeah, so I'm kind of thinking something like that. I was 6 years on a relationship, and now it's time for rest. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. If you were in a relationship for 6 years, yeah, maybe taking a little bit of a break is totally, yeah, that's totally understandable. And very valid. Okay, so, yeah, so he is tested, he's good to go. So we are in room, so I need to change the monster we're currently fighting. So we're in room 21, so down here to monster 21. So you're currently at 3. So if we set you, let's just set you to be a regular gargoyle then. So we're just going to leave. Unless, of course, we fail our dex saving throw. We're just going to leave. Oh my gosh. We're going to open the skill tree and give myself a whole bunch of... What is going on with my mouse? Here's my mouse, currently up in the air. And my mouse is moving. Why is my mouse moving? Oh no! I've got mouse drift. What is happening? This is my mouse. Why is my mouse? My mouse is Tokyo drifting right now, everybody. Okay, we're just gonna see if we can play the game with a drifting mouse. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Nobody told my mouse that it's not Halloween yet. Oh my gosh. Well, this is exciting stuff. Okay, all right. This is what you all came here for, right? Blue screens and drifting mice. Okay, let's come back down here. Why are you still a Geo Gargoyle? Did I not change you? I don't think I changed you. Let's say you to 1, and then we leave. And now we're, okay, we got a 20. Then we come back. Okay, fine, we leave. And then, oh my gosh, this is gonna be the most annoying thing. The mouse keeps moving.
What says, blue screens and drifting mice sounds like the name for a bad metal band.
Oh, that does sound like that sounds like a great metal band name. I don't know what you're talking about. Blue screens and drifting mice? I'd listen to him. Okay, now if we come back, now we just have a regular gargoyle. Okay, now, Tillo's blue candle should not do anything at this point. So if we gotta do some damage to him just to make sure. Let's see if we can hit on a 16. Got 13, 15, 21. Of course he got a 21. All right. Let's take a hit. 18. I feel like good with an 18. I feel like good with an 18. 22. There we go. All right. Okay, so nothing happens. Cool. He didn't get hurt. He didn't get healed. Awesome. So now if we leave, now we need to make this gargoyle a pyro gargoyle. Let's come over here. We're going to set you to a 2. I'm going to have to like unplug my mouse or something just to see what happens. Okay. So you should now be a pyro gargoyle. So I've got a 20. Let's see if this does any healing or hurting. It shouldn't do anything, but let's find out. There we go. Okay, cool. Again, nothing. So we did already test the Geo, and Geo doesn't do anything. Oh no, Geo heals because that's what happens with the blue flame. So now we come over here and we're gonna set you up to a 4, which would then be a hydro. So it shouldn't do anything with the hydro. We're gonna hit on the soft 20 and see what happens. 12, 14, 24. Okay, cool. Nothing happens. Good. If we come over here, then we should be able to, if we then switch him to a Necro Gargoyle, this should... If we then do a... Okay, of course he got a Blackjack. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, now, if we can... Oh, and he took damage. He took damage. Yes. Oh, yes. Good. Good times. So even if I bust, he hurts me, but I hurt him. So there we go. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, what the freak is going on with my mouse? All right, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta figure this thing out. Okay, where's my mouse? Where are you running? I need a wireless mouse. That's what I need. Oh, why is the computer so heavy? Okay, we unplug it. Okay, mouse is gone. Plug it back in. Oh, yeah! The classic. Turn it off and turn it back on again, right? Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. Let's see here. Okay, what have I missed? Over on YouTube, let's see, that's sick. Lola says, 6 years in a relationship, that's true. And then Mike, welcome Mike, hello, welcome, glad to see you here. How you doing? How's life? When path tracing, JK, hi. Hey, welcome, yeah, hopefully you had an absolutely fantastic weekend. Did you do anything fun, anything exciting? Would absolutely love to hear about it. Anytime a girl has shown interest in me and I have ignored them because I'm too shy to talk to them. I mean, that's fair, Tillo. That is fair. No, it's and that's another thing too, is like over time, It's gonna get easier, I promise. And then especially once you eventually do meet the one, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. I promise. I promise. I can talk to other women though. Wait. You can. Oh, it's so if someone is showing you interest, then you're too nervous. But if someone's not showing you interest, you have no problem talking to them. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I blame hackers in China. Those freaking Chinese hackers. They're after my mouse. I knew it. Yeah, it's always China. Thank you for ear rape my ear. You're welcome. I do what I can. Let's see here. Okay, what have I missed over here on Twitch? I feel like I must have missed a bit, right? Squad says, oh well, I will do Kirby Superstar style, where only one game has many modes, and I will do that. I will include many stories, different protagonists, different story mode in one RPG Maker game. If it's possible, the problem would be save files. Yeah, that kind of stuff would be a little bit tricky, but you can do it. I believe in you, Squad. I believe in you. Indeed, I love facts like that. No indication he ever saw it, sadly. And Servbot says, if you have a creature that's hungry for blood, they need to come from hungry. True. I would agree. I don't know if this is recommended satisfying your need, but I think it's great. What do we got here? Scoiled? Translate. It says that I cannot view it unless I watch a short ad. So I will pull that up later and I'll let you know. LMAO, an indication it's happened is a good idea. Maybe a bouncing green number. We could do that. We could add just like well, so here's the problem. The problem is that I'm using HUD Maker as the plugin to be able to show like all of like the text and stuff like that on the screen, which works great. But animating stuff in HUD Maker, at least in this version, in the MV version, a little bit more difficult. So I don't know if I'd be able to get a bouncing number. We could do just like we could flash the monster. Eventually I want to add like animations and things like that. So for now, I think probably what we're going to do is we're just going to flash the screen blue.
Says, okay, hear me out. Horror movie where ghosts possess technology and it kills people. It's probably been done before, but I think it's a neat idea. That'd be kind of fun. Instead of the ghosts just trying to kill with their powers, they like actually use technology. That would be a good time. Let's see here. So we're gonna need some stuff that I do not remember how to do without looking it up. So come over here. That is the script calls. There we go. Sweet. So we want find. Let's do flash screen. Where's the A? Flash screen. There we go. Let's grab that right there. Whoops. Let's grab just that right there. Copy that. Easy enough. Easy money. So we need you to be within here, I do believe. So we want to go based off of the same if condition. So if we do that, and then we throw this guy in there, I'm pretty sure that should work. So in game screen, start flash. We're gonna do this at 0 red. Let's do like let's actually pull up the actual flash screen and see. Where is it? Flash screen. So so we want to get rid of all the red. Oh, actually, that would probably work pretty well. So yes, let's do 0, 221, 255. Yeah, so 0, 221, and 255, and then intensity of 255, and we're gonna have a flash of screen for like 5 frames. Just super short, super simple, and we'll call that good. Okay. I believe that should be all that's needed. Let's do a closing parenthesis and a little bit of that, and then we should be able to grab this guy right here. So this is if it's healing, right? Oh, that's right. Yeah, I actually, we're not going to want to have different flashes based on, yeah, we don't actually need to have different flashes based on if it's healing or, no, we actually probably should. Sorry, I'm like trying to decide, and I think what we are going to do, we are going to want to have different flashes based on if it's healing or hurting. So let's throw that in there, so that if it's hurting, then we're just going to say you're going to do 255, and then 0 and 0 and 0.
I'm just kidding, not 0, because we want to have red. So it's 25500.
Well says, okay, one more Dracula fun fact log.
Let's hear it.
Bela Lugosi was buried in the Dracula cowl when he died.
That's kind of cool, actually. When I die, I want to be buried with a Dr. Pepper. That's my one request. Let's see here. Okay, what did I miss then over here? Maybe a bouncing green number. Okay. So yeah, so eventually, so I do like having the numbers. The problem is it's like gonna be difficult to animate them at all just because of the way that I would have to show the numbers. It's not easy. I'll just say that with the current version of HUD Maker in RPG Maker MV, because it is a very old plugin. Like, there's nothing wrong with the plugin, it's just that it's an older plugin, and so like it is a little bit limited. If this was an M in RPG Maker MZ, I could 100% do it. Absolutely could do it. So that happens to me sometimes. Moon's house is haunted. Gas. Blue screens and a drifting mice sounds like a bad metal band. Maybe vaporwave, maybe potentially. Moon's mouse Tokyo drifting. It's true though. It's true. It was. And it was terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. That freaking mouse. That horrible mouse. I can't believe it would do that to me. I cannot believe it would do that to me. That blasted mouse drift is the worst. Trying to make a name like Anne look pretty and cat-like. You just gotta add an E to the end. That's all. Or 2 N's. If there's any way to make save files separate, I need to ask Sir about it. So I guess the question then, Scoiled, is like, what do you mean by making a save file separate? Because there's definitely really cool things you can do if you use JavaScript to, like, you know, do stuff with your save files. So if we come over here to the main menu that I've made, there's all sorts of crazy things you can do using JavaScript with the save file. So again, so if I come over here, we've got, let's see, where would it be? We need, I guess over here in the save. So if we come over here to the town, here's what you can currently do. So with these 2 lines of code, so you've got game system and then on before save, open close parentheses, and then right here, so data manager dot save game, and then in here is where you can actually tell it what save file to create. So if I were to say data manager dot save game 2, it would then create a save file for save file 2, or I could say save file 5 or 10 or 20 or I don't know 9,999, and you could have as many save files as you want by doing data manager dot save game and then whatever number you want. One of the benefits of using JavaScript over just the normal save function in RPG Maker. But then you also have, then you can also load the game. So you could say something, for example, you just then go in and load save game 9,999. But if you wanted to do something along the lines of like needing to like save the game in 2 separate files, then you could do like, just create a second line and say save the game in, both save file 9999 and variable in save game 250. And it would then create 2 save files that are identical because they're saving at the same time. So in slots 9,999 and slot 250. So if you're reading something like that, you could do something like that. If you're wanting stuff to be accessible from one save file to another, though, that would require a plugin, and I actually have a plugin that does just that. So if you come over here, there's this plugin here called, it's the JKL Persistent Data. So this will actually save switch and variable information between saved games. So, for example, if I were to come in here, and if I were to start the game, apparently I already have it open, I forgot about that. So if I were to come in here and I start the game, right? And then let's just say, for example, so I have variables that are storing the player's model in the game, right? So if I come over here, all of these are just, say, empty file 1, 2, 3, right? But let's just say, for example, if I had save files in, say, slot 2 and 3. So if I come over here, we just want to say in save file 2, the player model, maybe they picked maybe they create their character as model number 3, and this one is model number 5 or something like that.
Says, fun fact.
Yes.
The origin of the name Dr. Pepper is not fully known. Theories abound.
That's kind of crazy. I would assume someone would know, right? Kind of nuts. Kind of wild. And then if I were to, so we would need 1231. So let's open up this guy. And then let's say, we want to say game variables dot set value. And then in variable 1231, we want to set you to equal a string, and you're just going to be, so this save file name, let's say, for example, this is you, Scoiled. This is Scoiled. There we go. And then we're going to say 1230 is then also going to be, would it be 1230? Or maybe it's 1232. 1230. Yeah, 1232 is going to be Zelda. There we go. So now if we come back over to here, and if we come back into the play game, you can now, okay, so I got it wrong, but you can now see that because I've saved it in those variables, oh, that's right, I accidentally named the picture Zelda. That's my bad. Anywho, so yeah, so as you can see in here though, it is then grabbing that information from these variables, and it knows that that variable stores a string named Scoiled, and it knew that this saved game had this, you know, image of this character right here. So yeah, so there's a variable to use that as well. And I know that I've kind of talked about this on stream before, but something you could do with this specifically is if you had a game where you were wanting, you were expecting your players to die, and that was kind of like a mechanic in the game, what you can do is you can use this plugin to store different switches, variables, and stuff like that. And so like, say for example, if you were to have one of the switches, say switch number 5 is one of these persistent switches, you could say for example, through one playthrough, you know, the player is getting through, they've got their parties, and they're getting to the end of like this dungeon, but to be able to open up the door to get out of the dungeon, they have to pull a switch. When you pull that switch, it springs some kind of trap and it kills the party. What the?
VRTA_animator just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
Animator, that is absolutely fantastic. Congratulations on getting your name, and thank you so much for watching for long enough to be able to redeem that. I know that is a lot of points. 10,000 points is a ton of points, so I do appreciate you, you know, going in there and redeeming that. So thank you. As soon as I finish this thought, we're gonna get your name over there in the Tomb of the credits for Tomb of Vercilias. Anyway, yeah. So basically, what you could do is you could say in one of your save files, have the party members pull the switch to open up the door, and it kills the party. Game over. That's it. And so, you know, maybe the player's going to be like, ah, crap, like I lost, whatever. And they're going to try and find some kind of other solution. But what happened is when they pulled the lever, it now has opened up the door to all the other save files. And so then if they start a new game and then they go and get to that point again, you could say, okay, if this person has flipped the switch with another party member, have the switch still be open, they're dead. But now with this new party, you can then leave because someone else had opened the door already. So that is something you could do. I'm not quite sure if that's exactly what you're meaning you want to do with your save files, but you could do stuff like that. So you can have switches and variables that kind of get shared between saved games, which is kind of fun. It is kind of a good time. So anyway, so that's what I'm using it for in mine, is to be able to store things like, you know, saved game file names, and then also like player model graphics, so that when you go to start your game, you can see, okay, this is the name that I named my person, and this is the model that I chose for my person. So that's kind of how I use it, but you know, obviously sky's the limit, right? Especially when it comes to JavaScript. By the way, I put a link for it in chat. The Pit Crew. Okay, one more Dracula fun fact. I've been lurking. It was his wife and son's idea. That is super cool though. Also, I missed the bit of context. I'll put a link here again. In what field do you think Dr. Pepper has his... Wait. In what field do you think Dr. Pepper has his doctorate? It's a great question. I'm going to assume tasting awesome. If that is a doctorate you can get, I would assume that is the doctorate that Dr. Pepper has gotten. Squad says, all right, I am going to eat seaweed sandwich and ebichiri and boiled potato and mushroom saute. That does sound pretty good. Most of it sounds pretty good. Squad says, no ads, just sabotage me, Moon explaining for me. No, so sad. There's Ember as this pit crew, lovely, nice pit crew. Let's see, yippee, yeah. So Animator, yeah, let's jump over here and let's get you added. So if we come over to, where is it? There it is. Come over here. Now, Animator, are you in here already? Maybe. Apparently not. Apparently not. So, Animator, yeah, first time, not too bad, not too bad. Let me know, Animator, if you would like to have a different name here. So if you want different spelling, however it may be that you want this to be. But yeah, so I'm just gonna come over here. So if you want, I am just gonna put VRTA and then underscore Animator. But if you want it spelled differently, wait, did I spell that right? Animator. There we go. Could you just put Animator? Absolutely, absolutely. We will get rid of that. And there you go. See now, you are now Animator here in the credits of the Tomb of Vercilias. So absolutely fantastic stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you for explaining. I need to think about it. Okay, yeah, no worries, Squad. But honestly, some Ren Dev is probably gonna be the better person to ask anyway. One of Dr. Pepper theories is that he was a pharmacist. It's kind of fun. I think this plugin might actually work well if I used it right. The plugin seems nice for me, but I don't know if I can do like a Kirby Superstar game. Does each mode has each save file, as it's possible to have many save files that are different? Yeah, I'm not. Maybe. I don't know. And we can chat about it too off stream as well if you'd like. I will soon have 2. Ooh, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points to spend. Well, you will be in the MVP/VIP section soon, then it sounds like. Which is going to be fantastic stuff. All right, so let's come back over here. And then let's go over here. How does Loki have 20? Well, Loki's been around since the dawn of time, honestly. Yeah, no, Loki started watching and following, I believe I was 2 weeks into streaming when Loki started watching, so yeah. A very, very long time that Loki's been around. I blame the Islamic Republic of Japan. It's gotta be it. Was creating the skill tree hard, or was coming up with the skills themselves more difficult? Ooh, that is actually a tough question, actually. I'm gonna say it wasn't. What am I gonna say here? So coming up with the skills was actually a lot more fun. Yeah, so I would say actually making the menu usable, even that wasn't that well. Okay, there were 3 different parts to the skill tree, right? So obviously part number 1 was actually making the skills, right? So like deciding on like which section they should all go in, naming them all, coming up with like the descriptions, the stats and all that fun stuff. So that was like the first part, and that one wasn't too bad. It was kind of fun, like coming up with the different skills, coming up with like punny names for them. So it's like with this one, roll with the punches. That is your dex saving throw increase. You got like this one's called Eagle Eye. Let's see, there's some of them. What is it? License to heal. So this one will heal you after killing any monster. So like license to heal, license to kill. That kind of. Yeah. Serpentine, it increases your chance of dodging incoming enemy attacks, is, you know, serpentine. So anyway, so naming them, coming up with the descriptions, all that fun stuff. That one was actually pretty fun. It wasn't too bad. And then actually like getting it all working to where it's like when you would like hover over the thing and have it pop up with the little, you know, information box here, actually clicking on it and having it do the thing. That one was also like, it wasn't too bad. Like it was a little tedious, a little time consuming, but it wasn't too bad because honestly it was just making it so you could hover over every single one of these spots, adding the highlight, all that fun stuff. So probably the most time consuming aspect, the most difficult aspect was actually getting each one to work. Because like, here's the thing, if I come in here and if I click on this thing, it's adding to a variable, right? And it's like, that was super easy to do. I just come in here and I say, hey, when you click on this thing, as long as you have a skill point available up at the top right here, you got the skill points. So as long as you have a skill point available, add it to that variable. Very easy. What was a little bit more difficult was getting each one of these to actually work. Because like some of them are a lot more straightforward. Excuse me, like Enduring Spirit, which is just increasing your base maximum HP. So literally all I had to do here was when I clicked on that one, that I just went in and I said, hey, if this skill is equal to 4, then your max HP.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
But you should agree with that because it wasn't too bad. Yeah, so it's literally just like, hey, if this thing is equal to 3, then your max HP is, let's see, it's increasing by 5. So yeah, so then your max HP is now at, you know, 35 instead of 20 or whatever it may be. But then you add crazier ones like this one right here. So like, or this one, Royal Pact, which reveals the top card of the deck if it's a king, queen, or a jack. That one took a lot more time because, you know, so if I come in here and I just add to all of these, so if I come over here and I get into combat, it might take a little bit, so we might not actually be able to see it in working order. But anyways, yeah, so basically if we, okay, there we go. So we're in combat, so the next card is not a king, queen, or jack, or an ace, so let's do that. Okay, the next one is also still not, also still not, also still not. There we go. So yeah, so actually getting it to check the deck and be like, okay, the next card is actually going to be a jack, then, you know, actually getting it to do that was a little bit more time consuming, getting it just right. So anyway, yeah. So I guess I would say, to answer your question, yeah, so out of the 3 parts, the last part was the most challenging, the most difficult, the most time consuming, which was getting every single one actually working. But now they're all working. The payoff is very satisfying to actually have them all working, and yeah, it's good times, good times. Okay, what were we doing? Oh, that's right. We need to we need to check and see. Oh, that's right. Sorry, I was like, what were we even working on? We were needing to make it so that if you are holding the candle, if you are fighting a Geo monster, it heals them, and if you're fighting a Necro monster, it damages them. So let us escape combat. I don't remember what room we're in, but that's okay. We're gonna figure it out. So we are currently in room 47, so that'd be 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. So monster 53. Let's come over here. Monster 53. So room 53 monster. So that was 16. So let's put it up to 18. So that would make it a Geo monster. There we go. So now it is a Geo Rubble Golem. So we need to do damage to this guy. Let's just stand on a 20. We should be able to do damage to him, but then he's going to heal. But it did flash red. So that's not ideal. Why did it flash red? It's coming here. Oh, wait. Plus. I got them mixed up. I got them mixed up. That's my bad. That is my bad. Okay, let's copy that and let's replace all of that with that. And then we've got 255, 0, and 0. There we go. There we go. Okay, now, if we refresh...
Okay, last one, I promise. Bram Stoker's widow once sued a movie for ripping off her dead husband's novel. She won since the book was still under copyright at the time. The courts ordered all copies of that movie destroyed. That movie was Nosferatu.
That's tragic. That is absolutely tragic. Freaking copyright. Okay, so with the Pyro Iron Sentinel, nothing should happen, because, again, he's Pyro, and this thing is Hydro-based, so... Oh, I got a Blackjack! Not bad, not bad. Okay, so we are currently in room 11. So let's go down. We should be able to escape, because we've got the maxed out roll with the punches. So that would mean monster 11 needs to be a 28, so that one is healing. So if we come up here, so let us stand on a 20, so we should damage him, and then he should get healed, because he's a... Alright, never mind. Why is it flash? Okay, so it is flashing blue? Blue should be healing, right? Stand. 7. 8. Yeah, that's just a really bright flash. Holy smokes.
Summoned Mood-chan.
Hello, it is I, Mood-chan. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. Okay, so yeah, so we definitely don't want to have that thing flash quite as bright. I think we also want to change that to be from like 5 frames to maybe like 10, because that is a very fast flash. Let's also change this intensity down to like 150. That feels better. That feels better. Okay, let's give that a test. Let's see here. Start game. See, Mike says, how do you sleep after an evening of high energy streaming / dev / testing? That is a great question. It's not easy sometimes. Sometimes it's not so easy. I will say though, usually by the time I'm crawling into bed at like 1:30 after, you know, ending the stream and actually getting upstairs and doing all that fun stuff, I'm usually very tired and I just kind of pass out, so it's honestly not that bad. I mostly just have to make sure that my Dr. Pepper is gone before like 11 p.m. Because if I'm still sipping on it after 11, that's when I have a little bit more difficult of a time getting to sleep. But still not too bad. Still not too bad. Let's see. Thank you for the answers. Yeah, of course. The ice train gets him and shuts his eyes. He might be asleep or might not. It's possible. Almost to 300 people watching. That is absolutely wild. So yeah, again, if you are here on YouTube watching, if you are one of the 282 people watching right now over on YouTube, first of all, welcome, glad to see you here. And if you are actually watching, leave a like. I was trying to think of something else, and I couldn't think of anything else more original. So yeah, so if you're watching right now, leave a like, because I would love to know who's actually watching versus who the algorithm has just kind of like tossed over here. You know, just been like, here you go, and I'm like, thank you. I'm not going to say that I don't like it. It's just nice to know when there's people actually watching the stream. So, let's see here. Over on Twitch, we've got, what do we got? What do we got? What the?
So 2 things about
Hold up, you said that was the last one.
With Bram Stoker's widow. Few copies of the movie survived, so thankfully we still have it today.
That is good.
I've tried to think about the situation from her perspective. I'd be upset if someone ripped off my dead spouse's novel too.
That is true. Yeah. Like, I do get it. I do get it. It's still sad, but I do get it. So, let's see here. He had to make it to impress a potential daughter-in-law. Oh, could you just put animator? I'll soon have 2. Seems nice. How does Loki have 20? Like RPG Maker MV has 1 save screen with many slots. I don't mean other slots, but other save pages and slots, each different modes. Okay. Yeah, you would definitely need a plugin if you wanted to have different available save slots for the different modes you are playing. So yes, you would either have to just use JavaScript to create your own, or yeah, you'd probably need some kind of plugin to like have it pull the different save files depending on which mode you're in. Yeah, definitely something that some rand dev could do, but it's also something you could do with a little bit of JavaScript. I believe in you. I believe in you, Scoiled. Can you show my pick crew of Ember? Yes, I can in just a little bit. Can someone also give me an idea for the N in Anne's signature? A fancy N. Wait, I'm here. Hi. Hello, animator. I'm glad you're here. Well, I did just follow. That's true. That's true. And I'm glad that you're here too. Yeah, well, at least we still have it in the end. That's actually sad. I would be upset too if that happens to me. Yeah. Hey, Moonman. Hey, Chad. Hello, Dazu. Welcome. Glad to see you here. How you doing? How's life? How's life treating you? How was your weekend? The makers of Nosferatu also didn't create the novel, so there is that. True. That is a great point. Okay, so with a Necrobat, this should actually do damage to them regardless. So yeah, let's give this a test. So if we can just stand. You know what? I don't care if I win or lose because I just want to. Okay, there we go. We won. And then it still did more damage. Whereas I think it did more damage. Let's see. If we stand again. 7 down to 6. Okay, cool. Yeah, I feel like that time is fine. Let's actually do this. Let's not flash the whole screen. For now, let's just flash the bat. Copyright law can be complicated. It really can. It really can. So maybe it's not flash. So I mean, like we've got flash screen flash color. Clear screen flash. Yeah, it's basically, yeah, let's just do tint picture. Not tint piv, tint pick. Tint picture. So basically, here's what we need to do. So instead of saying flash screen, we just want to say game screen, tint picture. Crap, what picture is it? So when you spawn an enemy, sure, you're a monster. 25. Okay. So we want to tint picture 25. So we're going to tint you to be let's see. So this is the one hurting. So this is 255, 0, 0. And let's say, yeah, we'll do 150 on this one. And we're going to do that at 1 frame. And then after that, we should be able to do, what the, whoops. There we go. Copy that, paste that, and then tint picture 25, we're going to say down to 0? So I think negative. Yeah, so 0 is the regular tint. So we tint back down to 0, 0, 0, 0 over the course of 10 frames. Okay. So now we should be able to take all of that, copy that, and then you are 0, 21, 255. So 0, 221, 255, 150, 1, 0. Okay. Now, so instead of flashing the whole screen, that should just be the monster that gets flashed. Let's see what happens. Let's grab Tillo's blue candle. I keep wanting to call it Tillo's blue flame. Okay, the ugly, hideous tusk rat. I think I'm just gonna get rid of that monster. I've tried to redesign him like twice, and I just cannot get him to look the way that I want him to look. Okay, so room 56 is where we're at. Let's leave, and then we're gonna come back after changing. Monster 56. So let's see. So you'd be normal, pyro, geo, hydro, necro. Let's see. Yeah, because 20 is the necro rubble golem. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this guy then should take damage. So if we stand, it should flash him red. Or not. Okay. So we're gonna do game screen picture 25. Yeah, you're a monster. Interesting. I think it might be an issue because we are telling it to tint the picture over the course of 1 frame, but you can't really do a wait in. All right. All right, so let's do this. Makes it a little bit more complicated, but we should be okay. So copy paste that, and then we're just gonna say wait for 1 frame. And then we come in here, and then we're gonna get rid of this last part. So that's the actual setting it back. Same thing here, that's setting it back. Okay, so it just tints the picture of the course of 1 frame. All right. And then in here, after we wait for 1 frame, then we have the if, and this is the actual thing it's doing. So we're only going to keep this 1 thing. No, we don't need any of that because we can just say tint picture. Tint picture, not tint screen. Tint picture 25 back to normal in 10 frames. So we don't need to have a condition or anything like that. It's just do this thing. Yeah. Because if they're not tinted, then it's not going to look any different.
Joel just
should be fine.
Moonchan.
What? Hello, it is I, Moonchan. The new and improved Moonchan, I shall say. Okay, so let's come over here. Okay, we got Glob right here. So let's leave Glob. Let's get my dex saving throw up. Here we go. Oh, I got a nat 20 anyway. Not too bad. Okay, so that was room... Ah, crap. What room was that? I was in room 58. So that means that's room 59. Okay, cool. Let's come down here to room 59 monster. So we're going to set you to 23, which means this should be healing. So if we say, let's hit 18. Let's set on an 18. Okay. Okay, so he flashed. That should be fine, though. All right, 18. Let's set on 18 again. There we go. So we damage him. He gets healed. Cool. Awesome. Cool. Well, let's leave because that should be working then. The healing should be fine. So let's come over here. We're just going to say you, monster, are going to be, so that's Hydro Necro. So we are going to then have a Necro Glob. Let's take a hit. 17. It doesn't really matter because he's going to take damage because he's a Necro Glob. So he should flash a bluish color. Although, I guess now that I think about it, since it's not a 100% intensity, he is going to glow slightly. Yeah, I guess that's true. He would flash red, wouldn't he? Right? So this is subtracting, that's adding. So subtracting, he should go red. Adding, he should do that. Well, let's do 255 and then 255. Grab Attila's blue candle. Let's go find a monster. Oh, found a trap. Crap. There we go. Okay, Iron Sentinel. We're in room 39. There we go. Oh, okay. All right. Well, awkward. Okay, so monster 39. We're going to set you to be a Geo Iron Sentinel. Let's also increase our dex saving throw because might as well. Might as well. 14 to 20. There we go. So he's a Geo. What? I know, it's crazy. Okay, so Geo Iron Sentinel is gonna take damage. No, you're gonna heal. Let's see how the flash is with the heal. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Although you do, it's still a very quick flash. They're gonna go slightly slower on tinting down, like 20 frames, 1/3 of a second. I feel like that should feel slightly better. Okay, and then we should be good. This is all the nitpicky stuff that I'm just like, we don't need to be sitting in here doing all this stuff. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be all right. Especially because eventually I want to add animations anyway, so it's like, what's the point? Okay, so elemental. So what room are we in? We are currently in room 27. So monster 27 needs to be, so that would be Geo, Hydro, Necro. Whoops, I cannot do that while I'm in combat with him, because it then resets when I'm leaving the room, so let's just do that. So you were, was that 27? So that should be normal, Pyro, Geo, Hydro, Necro. There we go. Okay, so Necro element. It's true. Okay, so this one should be doing damage to him, so let's just stand and see what happens. Here we go. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Cool. So yeah, so long as you have Tillo's Candle, then if you are fighting a Necro monster, they will take damage, but it is 5% damage. So let's say, for example, if we were to change the monster's max HP, let's just say we set you up to be like 100, then that should do a lot more damage. So if we come over here, let's just say the monster has 30 health now. And then if we stand, he should do, so it should do, so 30, 5 damage. Yeah. Well, yeah, 5% of 100 is 5, so of course. Of course. Nice damage indicator. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's very basic. It's a very basic thing, but I'm like, you know what? We'll have them flash, because eventually I do want to add like animations and things like that later. Once I kind of get like all the systems figured out, then I can know which ones need animations and which ones don't. So I'm kind of just like going with basic flashes and things like that for now, and then eventually we'll add more animations and designs and all that fun stuff. So, but for now, yeah. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's see here. So that should be good on Tillo's Candle. Let's come over here. And we've got, wait, is that already marked as done? Oh, yeah. So add perk, Tillo's Blue Candle. Done and done. Throw that down here to the bottom. Ah, another one down, another one down. All right, let's see. What do we got here? What do we got here? Gambling at Vercilias' tower. Exactly. Would the beef or sandwich be cooked over a blue candle? Actually, not. That would make the bread soggy. Gross. That is true. It is a moist blue that it is putting out, isn't it? And Tilla says, woohoo, thank you for putting my idea into the game. Looks awesome. Absolutely. Absolutely, Tilla. Yeah. I mean, like, I love having other people's ideas in the game. So, yeah, 100%. 100. Let's see here. What have I missed over on Twitch? Copyright law can be complicated. Even if the save file thing was possible and I was able to make mini games, I will still release my game for free on itch or Steam. I love that. I love that, Scoiled. Ink says, I don't think even copyright lawyers fully understand copyright. Thanks, Dizzy. That's true. I don't think they do. I'm coding hooks for passive effects since I don't want to do a big yandere dev if else nest of doom. That doesn't sound fun at all. Squad says, oh gosh. Also, I was wondering if there is a way to convert JSON database files into a more convenient format like Excel. I would assume so. I'm not aware of how to, though, unfortunately. I wish I did, though. Nice damage indicator. I do appreciate it. Beefers are made with, I can't believe it's not beef substitute. True, so it doesn't need to be cooked. Honestly, yeah. The beef is good to go. Regardless. You can just grab a beef or sandwich at any point in time and you're good. Okay, what do we got here? Could reduce or increase the next incoming attack 100%. Should we do the beef or sandwich next? Should we? Now, is the beef or sandwich, this one was an item, not a perk card though, right? Yeah, this is an actual item. Ah, the beef sandwich. Skull says, oh! It's true. Okay. Yeah, let's kind of change gears a little bit. Let's add an item, the beef sandwich. Yeah, that's an item. All right, cool. All right, cool. Yeah. So we got the so could reduce or increase the next incoming attack 100%. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna sit down for this one though, because I'm tired. Tired, boss. I've been standing for like the past 2.5 hours. I guess it's been like 2 hours, but still. Oh, it's been a lot of standing. Oh, that feels so much better. Oh, sitting is a glorious thing. I want to eat beef steak sandwich with a buttery mashed potato. That does sound really good. You were standing? I was. Yeah. I finally got my standing desk set up. So I'm trying to stand up as much as possible while I'm streaming, just to keep keep myself focused. But yeah. So it is a good time. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy it, but after a while, 2 hours of standing, it does kind of start to get a little bit tiring. I'm not gonna lie. All right. So the beef sandwich. That's what we got active right now. So let's get the actual graphics created for it first. So if we come over here, we've got items. Where is item 108? So we've got 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107. But I guess no item 108. All right. Well, cool. Well, let's just grab one of these guys. Throw it in there. And let's just do not open. And then let's resize this down to 25%, not 252%, 25%. There we go. Cool. All right, so a beef sandwich. So I'm also just going to be going back and forth for the color palette here, which I just need to create the color palette. I don't know how to export a layer as a color palette though, which kind of sucks. So, but it is what it is. I don't think that those icons are even in the new color palette though. Oh, they are. Okay. Good enough. All right, so let's do. I guess we can stick with this this color here, yeah. Let's do something like this. Actually, no. We want to do... So we want to have the beef come off a little bit more than the bun. Oh, these also have outlines. Crap. I did not realize. I mean, it's fine. I just completely forgot they do. So I guess the question then becomes then, do we want to do... that should be fine. So do we want to go with a dark brown for the beef? We'll kind of do a little bit of... gotta do some separate browns. Just get some separation, you know? We'll kind of fill this in just a little bit. Whoops.
Thanks for the follow, Chaos Theory 34.
Chaos Theory 34. Thank you so much for the follow over here on Twitch. I do appreciate it. So welcome. Glad to see you here. I have a feeling I know who you are. But welcome. I'm glad to see you over here on Twitch. All right, let's see here. So we'll do just a little bit more of that. And then let's get the top of the bun. Is that gonna feel... that should be alright. That feels fine. I don't know how I feel about it feeling so, I think I need just a little bit more. Let's do that. Need a little bit more going on right here. And then I think maybe we do that. Don't forget the seeds. Oh, don't worry. We will definitely be adding the seeds. Okay, so we want just a little bit more stuff going on in here. Let's get rid of all this. Maybe what I need to do is I need to make the top and the bottom parts of the buns and then fill in the rest with whatever else we got. Let's see here. Due to being beef substitute, you may or may not get food poisoning, hence the food's effect being random. True. Standing while doing game dev sounds so healthy. I'm trying to be as healthy as possible. Let's see. Ready to settle down, looking beef. Exactly, Dasu. Don't forget the seeds, definitely will get it. More evidence, copyright law makes no sense. Universal sued Nintendo in 1982 for infringing on their King Kong copyright with Donkey Kong, but were thwarted by the fact that Universal itself had proven King Kong to be in the public domain years prior. That's hilarious. My beefer, no! Don't worry, we're not saying anything bad about the beefer. Not at all. So maybe... yeah, something like this. So we'll kind of fill that in there. So then we could add the seeds on it here. A little bit of seeds going on there. And then, if we do... something like that. I'll go one lighter. And then one lighter. Kind of just want to like mix and match, you know? Make sure there's some good separation in the coloring. Okay, that's looking slightly better. Now the question is, do we want to have an outline around like that? No, I think we'll just leave the outline maybe on the top button. The top button feels like a little bit more... It needs something, some kind of outline. Maybe it's even just like a slightly darker part of the bun. But down more like that. And we could even do the kind of the same thing here. That feels better. That feels slightly better. But maybe we do here. That should be all right. Okay. Okay, there we go. You removed all the meat from my beefer. Left side looks a little squished. Wait, why is the left side wait, what? I'm not quite sure what aspect you're meaning, unless it was something that I already changed. I think it looks alright. Does that look alright? I don't know. Maybe. The lawyer that helped Nintendo win the case was named John Kirby. Kirby, the character, was named after him. That is actually kind of cool. Also, a lot of the black side is flat on the left. That is true. That is true. And we could do something like this. Because my idea was to kind of have the beef like sticking out a little bit more from the bun, but could also do. Let's do this. So basically having kind of like how it is on the other side, but then just flipped. Isn't it symmetrical? Oh, no, wait, now I see it. Much better. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Now here's the question. Do we want to make this like an Arby's beefer and throw some cheese on there? Some nice oozy cheese. If not, that's totally fine. Sure. I mean, because we can keep it like this. We can keep it like this. Just a plain beef sandwich. Made of all natural. I can't believe it's not beef. Totally up to you, though. Totally up to you. I think that's probably good on the color palette. If you add cheese, add just one blob. Okay, cool. Something kind of like that. Just like one bit of oozing cheese. I think that other yellow just looks a little bit too much on the brown side. Okay, so then, no, I think I like having the lighter seeds. I think that feels all right. Now, this will probably feel too bright. And maybe. Trying to add just like a little bit more depth to it, you know? Like it doesn't look too bad. Yeah. That's the cheese color. This one? It's ever so slightly different. It's very, very different. Yeah, so this one to that is like, yeah, that's basically the exact same thing. So we could go slightly lighter on the cheese. Make the cheese look a little bit more cheesy. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, sure. I am down with it. Let's see, Love and Peace 33 says, yo, what's up, Dev? Hello, welcome, glad to see you here. What you building? We are working on a new item for our dungeon crawling roguelike RPG. So yeah, so we're just barely getting this thing done. So now we should be able to come over here and increase its size up 400%. Keep this thing pixelated looking. Let's save this as PNG. This is going to be item 108. There we go. Kind of like that bit of shading you had on the cheese. Oh, yeah. Well, we could throw this back in here. So we set that to 4 pixels. Something like that. Or were you meaning having like the darker cheese? Because we could go back to the darker cheese. Because I feel like usually with limited color palettes, not along the top. So did you just like it when it was the darker shade then? Is that what you're meaning? So like just having this whole thing like that? Or are you meaning you don't like it having like the highlight at the top? Trying to add the depth. No, shading you had along its side. Wait, what? Now I'm trying to remember what I had. Let's Control Z this thing. Yeah, because then we're getting into... Yeah. So I'm not quite sure what... So we had that. You had shading along the cheese blob before. Are you sure? Because this is all the way back to when I was fixing the left side. And so then we added the cheese. And then I recolored some of the, I almost called them sprinkles. The thingies on top. My brain's not working so good right now. And then we added the shading on top of the bun. And then I moved down some of the seeds. And then I add some shading on the bottom. And then it was pointed out that the color of the cheese looked almost the exact same as the color up there on the top. So then I changed the color of it. And then I resized it. Maybe and then meant the darker pixels on the last pixel? Like here? Is that what you're kind of meaning? The reverse R and the bottom drip were a darker shade. So this right here then. I'm not gonna touch anything until I get a yes or no. On that blob, yes. Okay, so like this. So this is the shading you were meaning. Okay. Well then I will resize this up 400%. And we'll save this one as the icon. Okay. And if we do change it later, it's not like we can't. Yeah, moving from the top down. So wait, so are you saying that it looks good right here? Or it needs to be changed to something else? Because you're saying this one's good, then we'll leave it like this. Sorry for my poor explaining. No, you're totally fine. You are good. Looks tasty. Now I want to eat a burger. Me too, actually. That actually sounds really good right now. All right, so there is the item. Now, if we come over here,
Silly shenanigans.
silly shenanigans. Okay, so perk card to spell book, or is it the tomb? So we need the items. Generate items 101 through 103. Is that still actually what we would have? The 3 leftmost pixels and the bottom pixel. Okay, so you're meaning to do something like that? Like that, and that? I think that's what you're meaning then? And if not that, then let me know. And it's as easy as just making the change and hitting save. Not on the right? Oh, okay. Sorry, you said the 3 leftmost pixels and the bottom pixel, so I was like, okay, so that, and that? But okay, so if you're meaning that, without that one, then I think we should be good to go. I think. And if not, let me know. I can change it again. It is easy enough. Okay, there we go. It's missing a pineapple on the top. No, absolutely not. Perfect right there. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, let's come over to here. It's got depth now on the drip. Exactly. Yeah, it's looking good. It is looking good. So, the items, though. Would it not be 1 through 8? Generate items. 101 through 103. So what if we just say 101 through 108? Will that give me other items? Who knows? We'll find out. Start game. Tillo's blue candle. Items. Okay. What if we just say, you give me items 108 through 108? See, Lolly says, on which Discord channel can I suggest an item or a perk to you? So in general... Sorry, not in general. I'm meaning, generally, the best place to do the perks, you'd probably want to say, let's see, it's the... Where is it? I mean, you could post if you wanted to. There's just like a general Tomb of Vercilias channel right here that you could post in. But then there's also, if you scroll all the way down, there's Tomb of Vercilias unlockable perks. So this one is like suggestions specific to the perks though. So if you have a perk you want to suggest, then I would say probably the best place to do is putting it here in the Tomb of Vercilias sorry, it's TOV is Tomb of Vercilias, so yeah, so TOV unlockable perks would probably be the best place for a perk. And then if you had like a general item or something like that, if you wanted to suggest, then you could even just post in the Tomb of Vercilias. And honestly, you could put either one of them, whether it be in here for the perks or for an item. Yeah, either one works. Yeah, so should be good. Oh, let's see here. Oh, excuse me. Okay, let's see if that's actually giving me the items that I want. It is not. Okay, so I think that means that it is being taken care of over... Wait, where'd it go? There you are. So I think it's actually coming over here. There we go. setting you to 108. Cool. So now that should be spawning the item in our inventory. Look at that! We got the sandwiches. Now, it's not actually showing the correct thing yet, but we've got sandwiches. We have got sandwiches. I like how many sandwiches we've added now. Okay, so then we come over here to the item tooltips. So then down here, let's copy that and paste that. This is going to be if the item you are hovering over is 108. And this is going to be the beefer sandwich. This is going to be the beefer sandwich. The sandwich looks questionable. How do we start the other ones, though? So you've got don't trust old tuna. This is ham, so don't trust old egg salad, but this is turkey, so. And then this one could be don't trust uncooked red meat. But this is cooked, so. Let's see here. Maybe the 108 through 108 was the generation items on the ground. No, so that one, so I have a couple different places right now that are like essentially initializing the game, and I've kind of turned off the other spots, but I haven't removed the other spots. So I was changing in the wrong spot, which was essentially the issue there. So that was like spawning the inventory, but the items were being spawned earlier, and so if the items are already spawned, then it doesn't respawn them again. So that was just my bad in forgetting where it got. Can you tell how old this beef is? We could. But also, let me know when back. So we can kind of figure the description out later, but if you come over here, so could reduce the monsters. So this one, though, the description is, let's see, it was could reduce or increase the next incoming attack by 100%. So could increase. Now, is this going to be for the player or the monster? Okay, welcome back. Yeah, now I'm trying to remember. Is this going to be for the player or the monster? Like, is the player eating this to potentially double their attack? Or are they eating it to potentially double the monster's attack? Because it's supposed to be could reduce or increase the next incoming attack 100%. Excuse me. Dozer says, wait, is the maybe a monster would eat it a hint for giving enemies items? Yes. Yeah. So there's a handful of items that you can, well, right now there's a handful of items. There's probably going to be more. But yeah, so as of right now, there's a few items. So this one, basically, so this sandwich here. Yeah, so this sandwich looks nasty. Maybe a monster would eat it, kind of a thing. Yeah, so that should be kind of the indicator to be like, maybe give it to a monster. Okay, so this is for the monster attacking the player. Okay, so could reduce the next incoming. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Incoming attack could reduce the next incoming attack by 100%. Or it could increase the next incoming... Wow, I cannot spell. Incoming attack by 100%. We'll see if those are too long. They might be, but I think we should be good. Yeah, so could reduce the next incoming attack by 100%. Or it could increase the next incoming attack by 100%. Okay. In cloning? Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. I appreciate that, Dazu. Thank you, yeah. Okay. So yeah, so beef or sandwich, don't trust uncooked red meat, but this is cooked, so... and then, yeah, so this would be consumed... Well, if it's changing the monster... So are you kind of thinking that the player would eat this, or the monster would eat this? Could reduce the next incoming attack by 100%, or it could increase the next incoming attack by 100%. Yeah, because if the player is meant to eat it, it should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Beef or sandwich? Don't trust uncooked red meat, but this is cooked, so... Could reduce the next incoming attack by 100%, or it could increase the next incoming attack by 100%. Yeah. So yes, then basically the idea would be... You would consume it. I mean, it could be flipped to have the player eat it. Well, so the best way that I've kind of figured to like differentiate what the player can eat versus what they would give to the monster is kind of using like these like nastier, like brighter, more saturated colors. Whereas anything that looks like it would be more appetizing would be fed to this, like the player would eat it. So we could change the wording. Yeah, because basically it's like, here's the differences. So with the sandwiches that like the player is meant to eat. So this one, don't trust old egg salad, but this is turkey. So, and then could double your current XP, or it could cut your XP in half. But then if it's something to feed to the monster, then it's this sandwich looks nasty. Maybe a monster would eat it. Could reduce the monster's HP by 50%, or it could increase the monster's HP by 50%. So then don't trust uncooked red meat, but this is cooked, so... And then could reduce the next incoming attack by 100%, or it could increase the next incoming attack by 100%. Given that the effect is almost the same, you could prioritize clarity. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking too. Don't trust fake beef, but it has cheese, so we could change to that too. So yeah, so maybe... Okay, so let's do this then. Whoops. Oh my gosh. Don't trust fake meat. But it has cheese. So... All right, so then we would want to say... So could increase... We could say could increase or decrease the next incoming attack. So yeah, Loli says, good luck, have fun. I'm finally going to sleep. Go get some rest. I'm glad that you're finally getting some sleep. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening, and hopefully we'll see you on the Tuesday stream. So, good luck. So yeah, so let's just say then, could reduce the next incoming attack by 100%. Because it is kind of separated by like a good and a bad thing. Which I guess if we wanted to, we could just add a line break. So could toward you? Wait. It could increase or decrease the next. Well, I think if it says could reduce the next incoming attack is fine. I'm just trying to figure out how we're going to separate it. Because as of right now, the way that we have it set up is like this. Because these ones are set up to show the top text is white, and then you've got green text and then red text for like the buff and the debuff. And I think it's kind of the same thing for the items. Whereas like for the items, they're not really using the red text, except for with the sandwiches, because they kind of have like a 50-50 good bad kind of thing going on, kind of like how these are with the perks. But then this one right here, so yeah, so could increase some random sandwich. This sandwich looks nasty. Maybe a monster would eat it. Could increase, or it could increase. Or it could increase the monster's attack by 50%. Did I break that thing? I think I might have broken it. So, with that in mind, yeah, I definitely broke that. Could increase. Why would I? Could reduce the monster's attack by 50%. Or it could increase the monster's attack by 50%. Okay, so this one right here. So the beef or sandwich. Don't trust fake meat, but it has cheese, so ... And then we could just say, don't use the red text anymore. So then which one are you? You are 75. So we would then say 75, set name. Could increase or decrease the monsters next, and then line break, incoming attack by 100%. We could also say could increase, or decrease, could temporarily increase or decrease. We don't need temporarily. Could increase or decrease the monster's next incoming attack by 100%. I think that should be good. So let's take a look at that and see what it sounds / looks like. Start game. And do we have the item? We do. Oh dear. Huh. I guess that kind of makes sense. Interesting. Okay. Well, I definitely have to fix that. So if I tab over to here. Yes, that is showing. Can I not actually see it? Crap. Robbie! Oh my goodness. Robbie, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. It's been a hot minute. How you doing? How's life? Hopefully things are going well for you. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, so why can I not? All right, fine. Let's just show everything. Oh, there's a lot that I gotta go through here. So I'm gonna unfull screen just so you can kind of see what's going on here. Let's go to displays. There we go. That way you're not just looking at madness. I'm taking my beefer back to the kitchen at this rate. No, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be all right. I just gotta work out the wording, you know. So where? So there we go. So could increase. ... So now we just need to do. So the line height is 24. What if we say the line height is going to be like, I don't know, 84? Refresh. Oh, it's going to get it so off, isn't it? Oh, crap. It's going to be all right. So now wait, what? There's you. What's that other green text? Why did that go so crazy? Oh, I see. Okay, so you're 32, so that means you also need to be 32. Refresh. Okay, that's better. I feel so bad now. My beefer broke your game. No, you're good. So it's not the line height we need to do. We need to do the max height. So the max height needs to go from 40 to probably 80. There we go. Now we just need to move it down to here-ish. Then we're gonna see. Okay, so it still needs to go down a bit more. That's fine. Bring you down to here-ish. Whoops. I did not mean to move forward. Just trying to adjust things and it's moving me out around in the game. Yeah, I think that feels fine with the green and red. But then if you hover over this, then it could increase or decrease the monster's next incoming attack by 100%. Yeah, so beef for sandwich. Don't trust fake meat, but it has cheese, so... So here's the one thing though. Tillo says good night. Good night, Tillo. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening, and hopefully we'll see you on the Tuesday stream. So good luck. Good luck with the start of your week, though. I hope it goes well for you. So here's the only difference though: is with the items that you can feed to the monsters. It does say the sandwich looks nasty. Maybe a monster would eat it. So maybe we need to say beef or sandwich. I mean, it's kind of, yeah, so it's like this sandwich looks nasty, maybe a monster would eat it. This sandwich looks nasty, maybe a monster would eat it. So I do think we need to kind of keep with the same naming, just like make it so that people know that they're supposed to feed this to the monster. So it'd probably have to be, this sandwich looks nasty, maybe a monster would eat it, and then it would say, could increase or decrease the monster's next incoming attack by 100%. Yeah, I think that's what we have to do. Just to keep it, like, consistent in, like, trying to, you know, show the player, like, this is what you would do with it, right? If that's the case, then we would swap this out. Then we would do beefer sandwich. The sandwich looks nasty, maybe a monster would eat it. And then it says, could increase or decrease the monster's next incoming attack by 100%. Yeah, sounds good. Only monsters eat at Arby's, or I mean beefers. I don't appreciate that, because I love Arby's. I mean, beefers. It's great. Let's see here. Okay. Let's grab that one, and then let's come in here. We should have... Yeah, there we go. Beefer sandwich. This sandwich looks nasty. Maybe a monster would eat it. Could increase or decrease the monster's next incoming attack by 100%. Yes. Okay, cool. The curly fries and shakes are awesome, but they're pricey. They're very pricey. They're very pricey. I will say, I'm not a fan of the price of Arby's, but I do love Arby's. Arby's is... Oh, no, I want Arby's now. Arby's sounds so good right now. Okay, so that should be good there. Now we need to make it so you can actually use this thing. So if I were to enter combat, and if I tried to drop this on top of this thing, it disappears. Oh no. No, I thought we fixed this. Didn't we fix this? No! What? Oh, I thought we'd fixed that forever ago. Why? I swear we had fixed that so long ago. So random sandwiches. So player item usage is all of this here. Can I get a large beefer with a side of potion? Basically. Huh. You should be returned. Okay, so if you're equal to 106, do that. If you're equal to 107, do that. In a chest room. Inserting teleporter gem. So...
Oh, that's a boss.
That is a boss.
Skull just summoned Moonshine.
Oh, there we go. Oh boy. How was your food, Scoiled? Welcome back. What? Okay. Huh. It was really tasty. I am so full. Ah, that's good. That is good to hear. I'm glad. So that jumps to definite consume. Then jump to label definite consume. Jump to label definite consume. Is there a label definite consume? There we go. Definite consume. And then skip consumption. Okay. So yeah, so the item, so the POV item usage. So if you're 106, do that. If you're 107, do that. If you are that and you're in a chest room, huh. If you're greater than or equal to 1, so then what if we say instead of definite consume, jump to label, skip consumption. Yeah, because if you're equal to 106, do that. If you're equal to 107, is that right? This whole item system, I don't know. Gotta make image that I can shove to Serd for getting help for what I wanted to do for my game. That is honestly a great way to be able to pay Serd. Just make some cool pictures. Serd will definitely take that as payment. Okay. So if I try to throw a potion at him, okay. If I try to throw one of these sandwiches at him, okay. If I try to throw this sandwich at him, good, okay, holy smokes. And if I try to throw a potion at myself, okay. Now let's get a busting hand. I take damage. And then if I try to heal, okay. Now what if I get a busting hand again? And then if I try to put a potion on him, nothing, good. But then if I try to feed this to him, good. And if I try to feed this to him, it should work. If I try to give this to him, it should work. And then if I try to give this to him, nothing should happen yet. Good. Holy smokes. That had me worried it was going to be much worse than it actually was. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so B for sandwich. This sandwich looks nasty. Maybe a monster would eat it. Could increase or decrease the monster's next incoming attack by 100%. Okay. So what is going to be the best way to do this? That's a great question. So you go to put the item down. 106, 107.
Gooblers.
Gooblers indeed. So if you're equal to 108, which means you are a beefer sandwich, could increase or decrease the monster's next attack by 100%. Yes. Then random number 2, set it to be between 1 and 2. And then if you're equal to 1, then basically we just want to say, maybe change the cheese purple. Oh, we could do that. Get some purple cheese. That would make it nasty. Do purple cheese or blue cheese? Which one are you thinking? Yeah, I'm thinking we could do either like this blue or this purple. Make it blue? All right. All right, all right. We'll do a lighter blue for here. Yeah. That looks pretty nasty. Gonna save this as item 108. Okay. Now trying to do this for a temporary thing. am I going to do this temporarily? It's like, obviously we've got the monsters attack. We could set up a new variable that can manage the monster's attack. Because we're going to need to store the monster's current attack somewhere. Unless, of course, it's like what we could do instead. Huh. What are we gonna do? Is AI going to take over game dev? I don't think so. At least not anytime soon. I could see it eventually happening, but that would be like way down the line. Yeah. I mean, like, who knows what's gonna happen in the next 5-10 years? But yeah, I'd be shocked. Just because, like, as of right now, you can do game dev with AI, but you can definitely tell when it's being made with AI. It probably will get to the point where, like, it'll be completely indistinguishable between AI and someone who hasn't used AI. So, yeah. Eventually, maybe a little bit, potentially. But as of right now, I think it should be all right. Plus, it's like, yeah, you can make something with AI, and yeah, like, you could technically create something with it, but, I still think it has quite a ways to go to be able to hide the lack of human involvement in game dev using AI. Not saying it's not going to happen, though, because I'm sure that it will eventually. It just keeps getting better and better. So. Okay, so I'm trying to decide if we either save the monster's attack in a variable, increase it, and then decrease it later, or do we have a separate variable? I think it's gonna work best if we have a separate variable. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this then. Control variables. So we've got monster, HP max, AC, attack. I don't know if we're using this monster AC. I think that's mostly... I mean, if people want to play AI games, sure. Yeah, and that's also the thing, too, is it's like, I'm sure there's people out there that, like, if they were to see that someone made a game with AI, they'd be like, oh, that's cool, and they would want to play it. But I feel like the majority of people, if you have the AI label on something creative, like music, like games, like art, whatever it may be, I think most people are less inclined to want to consume that kind of content. So, yeah. Which, I mean, that sentiment could change, but as of right now, the majority of people would not want to play a game that was made strictly with AI. Most people don't even want to play a game, even if there's like the slightest bit of AI that was used at all. People are going to be like, no, not at all. So for me though, like personally, the bar for me is if you can make it feel like it's something original that you have created. Like if it's just something that's completely derivative using AI and like no thought went into it, then I'm kind of like, what's the point? Like, why did you create this thing? Because more often than not, basically there's no such thing as anything original anymore. Like basically everything has been done in one way, shape, or form. The base, like, idea of something has been done. It's going to be some kind of derivative, whether you are using AI or not, right? But if you can put your own twist on it, then you can make your own originality from something that is not completely original. Because, like, here's the thing. There are thousands of dungeon crawlers. There are tens of thousands of roguelikes. There are tens of thousands of retro games. There are tens of thousands of like literally everything that my game is. There are thousands, if not tens of thousands of other games that are that thing, that are a retro style game, that are made in RPG Maker, that are roguelikes, that are card games. But how many dungeon crawling, retro styled, roguelike, blackjack card games are there? Then it kind of starts getting a little bit more narrow because it's like you're taking all these ideas and putting them all together.
Today says, hello everybody, my name is Autumn and this is Latewood Games.
Dang straight it is. Welcome back, Autumn. Welcome back. You should be getting some sleep. Why are you awake? What's going on? Anyway, yeah. So yeah, that's kind of my point here. Is it's like if you are basically just trying to make the argument of like, you know, don't use AI because you can't be original. It's like trying to be original, even just as a creative in general, is very difficult anyway. But if you are at least putting in the time and effort to try and make it original to yourself, that's where I'm like, okay, that is a good thing. That is what you should be doing. Because again, and like I'll say this as well. AI can be a great tool if you use it strictly as a tool and not as your foundation. If you're using it as your foundation, it's probably just going to come off as not being great. But anyway, who knows? In 10 years, who knows what it could bring? I mean, 5 years ago, if you were to say that, hey, you could have this thing be created with a computer and it'll just spit it out if you just put in a prompt, like most people would be like, what are you talking about? Like, what? So it's like, who knows what it's going to look like in 5 years or 10 years? Like there very well could be the point where someone could literally just in an afternoon make an entire freaking game because they're just like, oh, I want the game to do this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And 20 minutes later, it's pumped out this whole game and it's this whole crazy game. Like that could happen. It is possible. So, and at that point, like, yeah, chances are most devs are going to be taken over because it's like, why would companies pay hundreds, if not thousands of people doing this job when they could have dozens of people going in and saying, hey, we want to make this game and have it do this, 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 and this, and this. And then it pumps it out in like, again, 20 minutes versus months or years to have it be pumped out. So it's possible, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. So we'll see. We'll wait and see. And for now, in the meantime, whether it happens or not, I'm going to be continuing to create and innovate. And yeah, hopefully it'll inspire you as well to do the same. Is it a good career or not? Because I got to choose between business university or game dev university. Like, does it make money? In terms of making money, you're asking the wrong question. If your question is like, should I pursue a career in game dev because it's going to make me a lot of money, or should I pursue a degree and a career in business because it's going to make a lot of money? That is the absolute worst thing to be asking yourself. There is nothing worse than having a job or a career that you hate. It doesn't matter if it pays you a ton of money. I guess maybe if you were like making millions of dollars, then maybe it's fine. But like chances are, whether you are going into business or whether you're going into game dev, you're probably not going to become a multi-billionaire or anything like that, right? And so what you're going to want to do is do what is going to make you happy in life. So whether that is getting into business, if business makes you happy, get into business. It doesn't matter if you're going to be making 50K, 100K, 500K a year. At the end of the day, that is honestly not going to matter that much. As long as you have the money that you need, it is going to matter 100% more if you enjoy the thing. So if you want to make games, if you want to be creative, then that's what you should do. Even if in a few years, once you graduate from college or university, you graduate and you're like, okay, now AI is taking over, then maybe you need to pivot. But here's the thing too, AI can take over business as well. Like, again, there's people out there who are paying tons of people to figure things out in business when eventually they could just turn to AI and be like, hey, what should I do here? And it would just scour the internet and learn everything in 2 seconds and then could pump out all this information. So really, there's very few things at the end of the day, if you start thinking about AI, that AI is not going to influence / semi take over at some point in time. Like the only thing at that point would be something physical with your hands. So unless you're going to go to school and become a mechanic or a plumber or an electrician or something like that, like sure, eventually that could also be taken over by AI and robots. It's going to be even further down the road, but you should not make a decision based on, is this going to pay me a lot of money? And is this job going to be available in 50 years, right? Because you never know what's going to happen. Who knows? Who knows? AI could take over and suddenly there's no such thing as individual businesses. Countries could collapse and there would be no such thing as an individual business. And at the end of the day, if there's no job opportunity, it doesn't matter how much money you could have made. So anyway, so all of this to say, I don't mean this to be doom and gloom, right? Because it's absolutely not doom and gloom. Yes, there's going to be shifts and changes, but shifts and changes are always happening. Go back to the freaking 1920s or 1930s, whenever the first dishwasher was invented, right? If you were to ask someone before the dishwasher was invented, hey, what if there's a machine that could wash these dishes and do it a better and faster job than you? And people would be like, you're crazy. Like, that's never going to happen. And then a machine was made. And I'm sure there were protests back then of like, this is taking our jobs. Like, I cannot believe these dishwashers are taking our jobs. How dare they? And nowadays you'd be like, wait, you're complaining because there's a machine that can wash the dishes faster and better? Like, yeah, of course, it's called a dishwasher, whatever. It's probably gonna be the exact same thing in 100 years from now. People will be like, wait, what? Like, you were upset that this machine was coming in here and writing code? This thing can write code so fast and do it so efficiently. Everybody can make whatever they want. Like, it's gonna be something like that, most likely. But that is not, again, the reason for all of this is not to say this is never gonna happen, because it very well could. It might not. It might, who knows? But at the end of the day, the decision you should be making, especially if you're going into university for something like this, don't ask yourself what's going to make the most money at the end of the day. Ask what is going to make me happy. Okay? Because I did the exact same thing back in the day when I started going to college. I was like, okay, what's going to make me the most money? What's going to be something that's going to be like not too bad, but enough to make me like a good amount of money. And I wanted to go into graphic design because I was like, hey, especially if you can like privatize a company to do graphic design, like you can make some decent money doing graphic design. And I was like, this would be kind of fun. And then my boss at the time was like, okay, I know you want to go into graphic design, but he's like, you're really technically minded. So what you should do is you should become a web designer because you still get to do the design stuff, but then you should make even more money because you're going to be a coder as well. And I was like, oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah, I would love to be able to still do design, but also do coding. And then I started to go to school for it. And I was like, I hate this. This is terrible. Why would I want to do this with the rest of my life? I don't want to be a web developer. Like, what have I done with my life? And so I dropped out of school and I was like, this is terrible. This is absolutely garbage. Luckily, I was able to shift my career into something that I already had experience with, and I've been able to grow it from there. But yeah, so the ultimate decision of I am going to go to school because this person says that I'm going to be making more money doing this thing instead of the thing that could have made me a decent amount of money and would be more enjoyable, I instead got pushed into, oh, well, if this is going to make me more money and if it's still enjoyable, great. Because it wasn't still enjoyable for me. And even though I probably could have made more money, I was like, this is not for me. Not at all for me. So anyway, all this to say, if you are starting your career, if you're starting school to then start your career, do what is going to make you the most happy. Don't think about what's going to make me the most money, what's going to, whatever it may be, X, Y, and Z. Because at the end of the day, after 8, 9, 10, 12 hours in the office, doing the same thing again and again and again, week after week, month after month, year after year, you want to make sure you're doing what makes you happy. Because when payday comes along and you're like, oh, cool, I got paid an extra $400 this paycheck. It's like, is it going to be worth it at the end of the day if you're not happy with life? Not really. Not really. So anyway, tangent over. I apologize for that. But that's going to be my recommendation is, yeah, don't do it because someone tells you that you're going to make more money or don't do it because you're like, oh, well, I want to make more money, so I'm doing it this way. Do it because you're going to enjoy it. And yeah, and it's going to make it a lot better. A lot better. So. Okay, let's get back to this. Enemies. So I do believe, yeah, HP, defense, gold. So, are we even? So we have a variable for like current room monster HP. But is it setting that variable based on... Yeah, what is it setting that variable based on? So come down here. We've got monster HP, HP max, AC, attack. But then we have... Oh, that's just layout monster. Okay. Never mind. That makes way more sense. Cool. Yeah, all right, cool. Okay, let's see here. What else have I missed? There was a guy in chat who believed in Unity CEO lies for prompt coding, where you could just ask, hey, computer, make me a game, and it would create the game from the ground up. It wasn't even the guy's fault. The CEO made a false claim straight up. Oh, jeez. Did you hear about GPT making a Ultron? I heard about something recently. It wasn't about ChatGPT though. It was it Claude? I think Claude had like a weird thing happen recently. I'm returning just for a second because before I sleep, but I can happily say that I worked on game concepts for a whole 45 minutes, which is like 45 minutes more than the past week. Hey, that is absolutely fantastic, Autumn. I'm proud of you. 40 years ago, electricity was magic. True Nerd Mansion. Anyway, I will work on game concepts for the remaining 5 of 15. I am obliged to work before the next stream we meet. All right, I'm gonna hold you to it, Autumn. Fallout 4 could happen in real life, and then there'd be no more job opportunities for you. True. Yeah, who knows? The whole friggin' world could just explode with missiles and bombs, and then it'd be like, well, there's no such thing as AI anymore, so who knows? Yeah, it could happen. And then JavaScript caught you again in some way or another. It's true. I literally did drop out because of JavaScript, and now here I am back streaming JavaScript stuff. Dark times. All right, let's see here. Engineering makes money. True, engineering does make money. Let's see. Shoden says, hey, yo, just got back from doing errands. What are we up to tonight? Well, welcome back. Glad to see you here. We were working on items and perk cards. So we got one perk card done. I'm hoping to get this item finished up before the end of the evening. Hello, Shoden. You should study what you're passionate about. True. Yeah. Study what you're passionate about. It's going to be so much better. Hey Tilla, how you be? I'm good, just studying for an exam. How are you? My suggestion is find a job you can be comfortable with while also giving you enough space to be passionate about your hobbies. True. Yeah, because life should not be all about work. And if it is, then you're doing it wrong. I studied what I was passionate about. What the?
_today says, alrighty, it's that time again as I go to bed. Good night/day everyone, love you all, mwah kisses, take care of yourselves, drink water, stretch, fix posture, make sure you get enough sleep, okay, bye.
Autumn, I appreciate you being here. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening, and yeah, we'll see you on the Tuesday stream. AKA the Ultron incident. Okay, yeah, so ChatGPT was testing an AI model on a secure sandbox, but it was linked to the internet, so it managed to break out and launch a cyber attack on Hugging Face, another AI company. Okay, I do remember that one. Yeah, I do remember that one. That one was a little bit ago, though, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I was thinking about a more recent one that was a Claude issue, and that one was kind of scary. Studied what I was passionate about, which was baking, but there isn't a lot of money to be made in the industry. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. And honestly, like a lot of creative things, it's very difficult to make good money from it. But if you enjoy it, I would suggest that. And then if you have to like do something else for more income, there's always other options. But yeah, so long as you have something that you can actually enjoy in life, that's half the battle, to be fair. Till I'm not okay at this moment. I'm struggling with a particular mentality, being been doing PTSD therapy, and it is opening doors to stuff that I have to relive, which shifts my mentality towards no. Shoden, I'm so sorry to hear that. Someone I left behind long ago. The problem is this mentality is far stronger than who I have ever even been after, and it is not fun fending it off. That is not good, Shoden. I'm sorry. Yeah, I agree with Tillo. I hope you're able to get through these through the hard times. Yeah, it's that kind of stuff is rough to go through. Let's see. Thanks for the advice, bro. Hopefully it'll be helpful. I hope so. I hope the people around you are supportive. My wife knows about my past and knows I have pushed forward into my PTSD, and I share logs from the college books with her. We work together on a lot of stuff. That is good though. That is good that your wife's able to be there for you and kind of be that support structure here when you need it. So I hope that things will start to get better for you though. Yeah, that kind of stuff, like having to relive trauma, is never enjoyable in the moment, but I hope there will at least be like a good thing at the end of the day, right? Like I hope that it'll be something that when all is said and done, you'll be able to be like, okay, that was worth it. It was worth to kind of like work through it all. Thanks, Till and Moonwood, means a lot to me. Yeah, of course. Hey, we're here for you. We are here for you. All right, so with this one, we've got the beef or sandwich. So if this is the case, then we basically just want to say, I guess what we could do since we're doubling the damage, well, but I guess we also do want to show, well, yeah, dang it. So I was gonna think we would do like a switch, but I don't think we want to do a switch. All right, yeah. So let's do this. Let's say control variables. We're gonna do monster ATK double. Sure. Monster ATK double. We're going to set you to be equal to the monster's attack. And then if not, then we're going to say set you so yes, because if we want to cut that in half, then we would say let's just set you to be equal to 0. And then you minus monster's attack. Okay. I think that should be good. So basically variable 62 is where we want to go with this. So then in here, pull up the HUD. Then on the monster's attack. So you're going to be game variables out value 70. What? Oh my. Oh my indeed. So you're going to be 70. What? We got the middle pipe. We got the middle pipe falling. Scoiled, you have won for the evening. You have won for the evening. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So you are 70 plus... what was it, 63? Crap, now I don't remember. $62. So 70 plus 62.
Girl polymorphed Moonman into a chicken.
What? I'm a chicken. Bok, bok, bok. Bok, bok, bokity, bok, bok, bok. Thank you for that. Okay, so you're still just 1. But then... oh, of course I don't have any beefy sandwiches. Okay, so then over here, let's just, let's make it so we get a lot of beefy sandwiches. A lot of beefers, you know? So you're gonna be, 106 through 108. Wow, we got 2 sandwiches. Cool. Okay, so if we come in here, we got the Geo Tower Bat. He's doing 1 damage. Now, if we feed him one of these guys, it should either go to 2 or 0. Okay, so it went to 2. But you could potentially feed him another one. Okay. Trying to figure what's going to be the best way to go about that. Could increase or decrease the monster's next incoming attack by 100%. Huh. AKA the Ultron incident. I found something on the RPG Maker subreddit. Can I link it? Absolutely, Dazir. Absolutely. Welcome to Beefers. I'm your minimum wage employee serving you today. How may I help you? Let's see. Being a good therapist is so hard. I wouldn't even be able to wrap my mind around how to deal with disorders. What my therapist is learning. I'm fiercely intelligent and shift and move far faster than our sessions. Also, I evolve so fast that all of my therapists can't keep up. I hope the next therapist is the one, or the current one. I mean, true. I got a beef with you. Just kidding. The good old beefers. The beefer sandwich. Okay, so I'm trying to decide. So it's worded, could increase or decrease the monster's next incoming attack by 100%. So technically, let's say this. Moonwood Gaming. Ah, so punny. So punny. So in here, what if we say, we could actually say, if you have already, sorry, I'm trying to think through of how to best process this. So if you've already fed the monster one of the sandwiches, and then if you try to feed them another, there's 3 things that I'm kind of thinking we could do. Either 1, we make it so you can only feed them 1 sandwich, and then that's it until after the next turn. We could make it so if you feed them another sandwich, if the monster is currently at 2x damage, and if they do it to set it to 0%, it would then just cut everything off. Or 3, so number 2 is what we currently kind of have. So if you were to say feed the monster 5 sandwiches back to back to back, and let's just say, for example, you got unlucky enough for it to increase it by 100%, 100%, 100%. What we could do, and then as of right now, then if you say, for example, if you feed them 5 sandwiches, it increases it by 100%, 100%, 100%. And then if you feed them another sandwich, it would then set it to 0. Or number 3, we could have it to where you feed them a sandwich. Say, for example, you feed them 3 or 4 sandwiches. They're now doing 400% their base damage. And then if you feed them one and you get lucky enough, it then reduces it from 400% their base damage down to 300% their base damage. It should be just 1 sandwich per turn. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking once you feed them 1 sandwich, it then doesn't allow you to feed them another one until they actually attack. So let's do this. For 107, additional branch, if the variable monster attack double is not equal to 0, if you're greater than 0, then let's just do this. So if you're 107, and if the monster attack double is greater than 0, then skip consumption. That seems right. Pretty sure. Beefer is not responsible for any weight gain, harmful monster attacks, or grease damage to any containers holding it. Exactly. Consume at your own risk. So, if we come in here, we got this guy. So then if we say, let's give him 1, he's now at 0. Ooh, oh wait, that actually should be fine, right? So then you're at -1. Oh wait, no, because I can still... Okay, yep. Okay, so I still gotta fix that. So, down here. If you are not equal to 0, which means you are either greater than 0 or less than 0, then skip giving him the sandwich. Let's come over here. Let's just make sure we have a few. We do. All right, there we go, Mr. Gargoyle. Of course you got a blackjack. So if we throw this guy in here, it should. So he should be at a 2. Now if we come in here, crap. Why? So 62 is equal to 1. So in here, if you are 108, B for sandwich. Wait. We're just gonna take that out of there. We're gonna come down here and we're gonna say, there we go, in 108 for the beefer sandwich. Of course. I was like, what the freak is going on here? I just, good times. Putting code in the wrong spot. It's classic, right? Everybody does it. Ah, crap.
You are just a figment of my imagination.
No, you're a figment of my imagination. I gotta get rid of this tusk rat. He's so ugly. Jeez. All right, so let's grab this guy, and you should. Okay, there we go. So you're at 0, and if I try to feed you another one, no more sandwiches for you. But then, oh wait, but we don't reduce it yet. So then over here, we just want to say, if the player bust down here, we just want to say control variables set u to equal 0, and then same thing with monster bust, set u to be equal to 0. But on the player bust, when it's doing damage, we're gonna say monster attack. So it moves picture, skip player damage, else. Ooh. Okay. Huh. So there's a lot of code here. A lot. And I worry about adding another piece to it. So 70, I believe, is the monster's attack, right? Yeah, 70. So it needs to be 70 plus 62. So what if we just say... Oh no, because then we... Oh, crap. Man. How many places does it say 70? Because 70, yeah. 70, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so basically everywhere that it says 70, we would have to say 70 plus 62. And then 70 plus 62. 70 plus 62.
You are just a figment of my imagination.
That's true, I am. And so are you. So are you. So what if we just say... I know this is going to look janky. This might keep the code slightly more simple in that code. So what do we just say? Control variables. Monster attack. Add. Monster attack double. And then right after that, we then say subtract that from that. So basically adds to it, does the damage, and then reduces it. Maybe? Because it's mostly I just want it to visually not look weird. Let's see what happens. So at the very end of it, it should then just set it back down to 0, which should just set it back to where it should be. Okay, so he is doing 1 damage. Of course, he got a blackjack. So if I give him one of these, he now should be doing 2 damage on his next attack. So I'm at 23 health. (22, 21, 20, 19). Okay, so that did 2 damage. And now it's back down to 1. Now if I throw this guy back on here. Okay, now he's doing 2 damage again. Let's take another hit. So I'm at 19. 18, 17, 16, 15. Okay. Now I just want to test and see if we ever get a 0. Oh my gosh. Okay, come on. Just give me a 0. 2, 2. All right. Come on. Just 0 it out, please, with the last chance. No. Oh, you gotta love it. But visually, you're not seeing any like flickering numbers or anything like that, which is what I was trying to avoid. I didn't want him to like flicker this number as it's like adding, subtracting, adding, subtracting. So let's do this guy. Okay, he's 2 again. Let's take a hit. Let's take a hit. Take a hit. Take a hit. Take a hit. It's tempting to not do it again, but I couldn't attack. Okay, now he's at 0. Now, let's just see. It should do, again, 0 damage. So I'm at 21. Oh! That scared the crap out of me. I thought that the game was broken. I was like, how am I at 22 and I'm not busting? I'm like, what is happening here? Why am I at 22 and it's because I have the Ring of Protection, which I can draw a hand value of up to 22 without busting. That's right. I forgot about the perk that I selected. 21 with 6 cards. I know, that was a crazy hand. Okay, let's take another hit. So it should do 0 damage. So I'm at 21. Hey, look at that. 21, still at 21. Ah, crap. Oh well, oh well. I throw that guy in there. Oh, 0 again. I'm not gonna lie, being able to draw 22, that's actually kind of nice. But now here's the next question. If he doesn't attack and I stand on a 22, he gets his attack back. Okay, cool. That's exactly what it should be, but now can I feed him another sandwich? Oh, I can. Ah, crap, he doubled his attack. Ooh, okay, that's fine. We're gonna stand on a 19, because maybe he's not actually gonna hit. If only I could have been so lucky. All right, well, this seems to actually be working. This beef sandwich is actually doing the job. This sandwich looks nasty. Maybe a monster would eat it. I think so, maybe. Could increase or decrease the monster's next incoming attack by 100%. 0. Oh, it's beautiful. Because like we do have this one, which is reducing the monster's attack by 50%, or it could increase the monster's attack by 50%. Here's the question though. If I do that, and then I do that, and then I do that. Interesting, interesting.
Pee pee poo poo.
Very interesting. Now, if I take a hit, and then I stand on a 22, it should still do 0, right? Well, he didn't attack me, so, but he's back to 1. Okay, cool. Oh, oh, that was a good use of that sandwich. Now the sandwich can be used to prevent bust out damage if you feel like your next card might put you over. Exactly. And you know what? Actually, here's a little fun thing for you. So some of these items could actually be used in like quick succession to be able to try and avoid damage. Because here's the thing: if you're in combat, so like, let's say for example, crap. The sandwiches are kind of nasty looking when they are covered like that. Oh my gosh. Just give me a monster. Give me a monster. Give me a monster. There we go. Of course, it's the nasty tusk rat. Anyway, so yeah, so if I were to accidentally bust, you could potentially throw one of these guys at him right before he's about to attack. So if I hit and I go over, I can be like, huh! And he's gonna do 0 damage. But you don't know. You don't know that. Because you could be like, and then it just did double damage. Because I was like, oh, crap. So yeah, technically, if you are fast enough, but then also lucky enough. So like say, for example, if I'm like, okay, I really think this is going to actually be in my favor. So that if I hit and it goes over, then I go, but then I just doubled his damage and now he's, yeah. So anyway, so it could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Again, it's very much so up in the air. Although, now I just realized something. Could reduce the monster's HP by 50%. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Personally, I would leave it like this. It could be fun if the unlucky you either pray for a 0 attack or getting bucked. Yeah, true. There is a good chance it is unbalanced, though. Yeah, I think making it so that you just can only do the 1, I feel like is good. And then yeah, then you just kind of just like, I mean, you're just hoping for the 0. A fig flavored mince. Ooh, what? Wow, 21 with 6 cards. Ayo, nice. Now the sandwich can be used to prevent bust out damage. Okay, that feels really good. That's what I'm thinking. That is why I think it feels pretty good, not gonna lie. But now here's the real question. Oh, crap. This is the one with the HP, right? So if I hit, and then hit, and if I'm doing this, that's what I was worried about. That's what I was worried about. Crap. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that. Hadn't really thought about the fact that like you could kill the monster mid-fight with another item, and if you do, it then removes some of the necessary images that it needs to finish combat. So you can also do damage with the dice. It's not recommended because these are much better served upgrading your spells to be able to continuously do more damage. But it's kind of the same thing here, where it's like if I were to do this and bust and I throw that in there, then it kind of freaks out because it's like trying to do more stuff, but then it erases the image. So it's trying to read the X property of an image that just got erased. So that is a bug that I kind of figured was gonna happen. But yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust that. That's okay. It's a bug for another day. We'll get there. But hey, on the bright side though, I might even just... It needs a fallback just in case something happens. Yeah. Well, so basically the idea was I was just gonna go in and essentially just say, hey, check this condition if the image exists. But I think what I'm gonna do instead is I'm going to make it so that if you are in... Because I can make it so that if you are in one of these, so if either player bust or monster bust is on, then you can't do this kind of stuff. I think I might just do that. That's probably going to be the easiest way to go about it. It's because that would prevent the error from happening, because you wouldn't be able to kill the monster while dying. But I don't know. It seems kind of like it would be kind of fun, though, to where it's like, if you're fast enough, if the monster is going to be attacking you and you're fast enough and you just throw some things at it and kill it before it has a chance to attack you, that actually kind of sounds more fun. Yeah, I think I might just put in the extra time and effort to do all that fun stuff. Because I'm pretty sure it's somewhere over here. So if the player busts... Yes, then like this thing right here is probably honestly what was triggering it. So we're saying to set the X position of game picture 122 plus this variable ._x. But if game picture 122 plus variable 81 X, I mean, if that image layer doesn't exist, then it can't really move the picture. So yeah, so I think basically anywhere in the player and monster bust commands or the event pages, I think what I just need to do is anytime it's going to be referencing an image layer, I just need to start it with, hey, does this image exist? Then you can do this thing. Because if not, then it would just do the rest of this stuff, and then once it gets to the end, it should just erase everything and call it a day. Yeah. Yeah. That is a problem for a different day, though. Because I'm very tired. Very tired. I definitely need some sleep. Is it bad to just disable the type error altogether and make a simple console warn or something? So that is actually an error code built into RPG Maker. So I don't know if it's even possible to disable. Because it's like an actual, like, engine-based error. I'm sure there's gotta be a way around it. Like, there has to be. I know that you can do it in RPG Maker MZ. I don't know if you can do it in MV. You can overwrite the function? Yeah. I'd have to look into it and just kind of see. It might be a good thing. I'm pretty sure there's got to be a plugin out there to essentially make it so that anytime you get an error like that, it doesn't necessarily break the game. It just lets you know, hey, this thing is not here. That way you can just keep going, but then I can check for the error log. I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have to check and see what there is available. So in MZ, but it should be there. Same for MV. Yeah, it should be. The reason why I say MV is because I know that there is a specific plugin in MZ that's not necessarily for handling errors, but it's an extension of the plugin that I have that essentially allows you to bypass the game, like breaking if there's an error, to in favor just give an error in the console and just say, hey, this is the problem, this picture doesn't exist, sorry, kind of a thing. So I think I might go that direction. I think it's gonna work a lot better, so we'll see. But yeah, so I'm gonna look into it and just kind of see what we can do there. Yeah, but I'll probably still go in and add the if statements, just to say, hey, if this picture exists, then you can reference it. If not, then don't reference it. And then that should avoid the errors, but I would much rather not run into that error ever. Because it's like, if anyone ever accidentally does something to potentially break it, I would rather it just log to the console that the player doesn't even necessarily see, and then I can go in and see as a debug and be like, okay, what's going on here? So, anywho, well, I think I'm gonna go get some sleep now. I am very tired. It's very, very tired. But hey, we got 2 things done, which is absolutely fantastic. So there we go. Yeah, we've got the item added for the beef sandwich, and we also got Tillo's candle, which is absolutely just fantastic. We got both of those done. So yeah, there we go. Look at that progress, everybody. We're making progress. Oh boy, slowly but surely we're getting there. We are getting there slowly but surely. All right, everybody. Well, I think I'm going to go head to bed, but I do appreciate everybody for hanging out, for chatting, for all the good times. It's been an absolute blast of a time. So I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evenings. I will see you all on the Tuesday stream. And yeah, so until then, good luck, take care, and I will see you then. So, yeah. Goodbye.